You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, Dr. Dre is in the motherfucking house. So right about now, and I say, yo Steve, are you with me? ICE, are you with me?
Here's a little something about a nigga like me. They never should've let me buy tape from Steve. Ice Cube would like to play dope shit mixed by Dr. Dre. Since I was a youth, I like COMPTON. Now I like the motherfucking Roadium. Buying a tape or two, that's what the hell I do. You don't like Tony A? Well, fuck you, this is a game, and I'm in it. Ice Cube will fuck you up in a minute with a right, left, right, making you sick. And then you see Tony A is on the mix.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 251. We need 49 more episodes, and we hit episode 300. So I want to thank everybody that's tuned in, everybody that liked, comment, subscribed, everybody who's following, everybody who unsubscribed and disliked. It doesn't matter. You guys are still watching. So those of you guys with positive or negative comments, thank you once again, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. Always remember that Roadium Radio is a platform for artists, not necessarily signed artists, but also independent artists. Many of you DM me, inbox me, email me, whatever, text me and tell me you need to get some more popular guests. But keep in mind, okay, this is a platform for independent artists, for them to get their story across, for them to get their shine on, for them to get exposure. That's what Roadium Radio is for. Some of you guys don't like it. Maybe this is not the platform for you. I appreciate you guys being here, but let me ask you this. Who else is doing this for us? Okay, ask yourself that question. So once again, I want to thank you, because if it wasn't for all you 40,000 subscribers, Tony A would not be here. I'll probably be, working for the trash company. So other than that, I got a couple of just minor announcements. The website will be back up. We're changing the domain name, but it will be back up by the end of this month. If any of you guys still want to buy any Roadium merch, DM me or inbox me and I'll send you the link. The page is still under construction, but you can still order shirts. Other than that, for those of you that want to be on Roadium Radio in the future, once again, submit your music to roadiumradio@gmail.com, roadiumradio@gmail.com. Submit your music, submit a bio, a short bio, and submit videos. The visuals are always important. So other than that, if I have anything else that I want to share, I will share it before we go to break or during the break or when we come back from break. But other than that, allow me to please introduce my very special guest, Tarah New.
Hey, Tony.
How you doing?
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. You know what's funny? That many times when I'm talking and I'm making all these announcements, many times at one point or another, my mind goes blank and I almost what's my guest name?
It happens. There's two names to remember, so it's
yes.
Tarah New.
And you know what? Only one time that I literally forget my guest's name, and I was like, and he looked at me, and then he goes, so-and-so, and he said his name, and I go, yeah, I was just waiting for you.
I was testing you.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. So you know what?
Remembering.
I want to let the people know that Tarah New, Twixy, and Amora, if I'm correct, are all signed to Trejo's music.
Yes.
Okay. And you are the 30, because I've had you guys all three in a row now, which is awesome. I didn't have the opportunity to meet you at the To Live and Die in LA event, but I interviewed Amora, Twixy, and Danny, but I didn't get to meet you. So it's a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise. Thank you. I'm glad we're finally meeting.
Yes. I know today you guys had a rehearsal because you guys are going to be doing a event tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. We do have the flyer. We'll be posting it up during the breaks.
Sweet.
So that people can attend, support, find out, or share it, or whatever. I don't have a problem sharing that, and people going and support, especially if it's a fundraiser for a good cause.
Thank you. Yeah, it is for a good cause. So.
Okay. I know today you guys had, tell us about your day. I know today you had a rehearsal today, correct?
Yes. So every week we meet at Danny's place to rehearse and just kind of check in with the crew and make sure like we're all on the same page for like what's coming up or what photo shoot or what shows and stuff. So it was good. It was brief because I was like, okay, I gotta like book it down here. But yeah, it was good.
How was the traffic?
Surprisingly, not as bad as I thought it would be. There were like some random cluster, fudges. I was like, can I cuss?
You can just say whatever you want.
Some random clusterfucks.
Some clusterfucks, yeah.
But then it was smooth sailing, yeah. So not as bad.
Okay. Now, let's go back a little bit because today's Wednesday. Let's go back to the weekend. How was your weekend? Did you perform at all? What does Tarah do on the weekends when she has free time?
Oh, free time? That's a totally different Tarah new. Well, that's like, I want to mostly be in comfy clothes.
Okay.
Get home, get my soft clothes. All about Netflix or whatever streaming, and yeah, I'm a homebody, to be honest.
Okay.
Like I'm an introvert. I like to just be in my own space. That's how I recharge my batteries, is like being alone with myself.
Yes.
And then when I have a show, it's like, all right, time to use that energy, and then it depletes, and then I'm like, okay, I need to recharge again, and then repeat the process. So
you said you're an introvert, okay? For those that may not understand, because for some reason I learned that word like 2 years ago. Okay, is that an old word or is that a new word?
It's just, I mean, it's an old word, but it's just now becoming a thing that people talk about.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, now it's just a little more socially acceptable. Like, all right, extrovert, introvert, where you land on the scale.
Right.
I mean, it's a spectrum, I think.
So you would consider yourself possibly a loner?
I mean, that's one word for it, for sure. And I actually kind of like that because it makes me feel like lone wolf or something badass, But yeah, I guess I do prefer to like have my own company a lot of the time, just because I get overwhelmed by a lot of
and that's very, very important for you to do that, because many times when you do events, when you're up on stage, you're at meet and greets or whatever the case may be,
it's a lot.
You have to regroup, you have to regather yourself, and a lot of times people just think, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're an actor, whether you're an athlete, whatever, when you're in the industry, it's overwhelming. And sometimes you need to, like you said, recharge that battery.
Right.
That's why many times before I go live, I like to be by myself. I just like to gather everything up here.
Yeah, same.
So
cool.
Yeah, so okay. So now, when you first came in here, you pointed out my Dallas Cowboy helmet skull. So you're a big time Dallas Cowboy girl?
Huge. Okay, I've been a fan since I was like 5 years old. I mean, I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas, so born and raised South Texas, and it was the first thing I saw my parents acting like kids about. So like all my family would come over. Like my mom's side is the side that I mostly grew up with. The Mexican side. I'm half Mexican, by the way. Okay, so my mom's from Mexico. All the aunts and uncles and grandma and grandpa, everyone would come over and we would watch the Dallas Cowboys games. And I was like 5 years old, and I'd be running around doing kid shit, right? And then the grown-ups would like jump up and be screaming at the TV and be like, go, 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 go. Like some Aikman's running for a touchdown or whatever. And, or not Aikman, he threw the ball to,
So Michael Irvin
or Irvin, yeah. And I was like, what is this magical thing that like makes adults act like kids? I want to be part of it. Like I want to understand it. I want to watch it with them. I want to bond with my family over this awesome thing. So go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. Yeah, I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. People always ask, because, okay, I'm a Laker fan, I'm a Dodger fan, but when it comes to football, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, and my favorite college football team is Notre Dame. So people, they look at Notre Dame and then they look at Cowboys, but bro, you're from LA, you're from out here. Like, what's up with that? Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't like the Rams. And I don't like the Chargers. It isn't that I don't hate them, but those are my teams.
Right.
I grew up watching the Cowboys, and you know what it was? The Star.
The Star.
Yeah.
It's cool, right?
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
But now
I was wondering, okay, what brought you to the Cowboys? Okay. It's the Star.
It's the Star, and
something as simple as that.
My older brother, that was his team. He was another one that was different. His favorite baseball team was Cincinnati Reds. So he was the Cincinnati Reds, Dallas Cowboys. I like the Reds because I like the color red. But then when I saw Dodgers, I like blue. My favorite color is blue, so I'll go with the Dodgers. So I chose. So there it is there. So
it's like it's the simple things,
Yeah,
Star, color blue. Like
what about
red.
basketball?
Basketball, I guess Lakers.
Okay.
I mean, I don't follow it that much, but I mean, if it's on and if it's, it's called the playoffs, right? When it's important times. Yeah, I'll totally go for the Lakers.
Okay, because the Dallas Mavericks are playing right now.
Oh, really?
They're playing Golden State and they're losing. I'm pulling for Golden State, but yeah, that's a pretty good game going on right now. But I can't watch it because I'm here with you guys.
Oh.
So
we can check the score.
So you say you're originally from Corpus Christi?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what brought you to California, Los Angeles?
Well, my singing career, music is like the main pull. I also did some acting and a little bit of modeling, but it's always been music. So I got to a point in Corpus Christi where I was like, all right, I can't really do too much more here. So time to move out to LA. So my family and we all moved together. Like I was still young.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And then they moved back to Texas like 5-6 years ago. So I just stayed because I was working with Danny. So I was like, I can't just like walk away
So
from
what
this.
made them, after all these years, move back?
My parents retired. I think they were just like done with LA. They're like, we want to go back to Texas and just chill. So I get it. Like even I had to kind of get out of LA a little bit. I moved up to Thousand Oaks just to like have a little bit more of a breather in between all the craziness,
Right.
So yeah. So
now, as far as your singing, let's talk a little bit about music. Growing up with your parents in Corpus Christi, what type of music did they play? You mentioned as a little girl, obviously they would watch Dallas Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Now, music-wise, what would they play that you would listen to at home?
So it was a totally mixed bag because my mom, like I said, my mom's Mexican, so she would play like Tejano music. We would listen to a lot of just mostly in Spanish music in the car, along with like oldies too. And then my dad would play just straight up oldies, like all kinds. But I mean, it was a lot of the Beach Boys and like the Beatles and I was just thinking like that song Johnny Be Good, like I named my cat Johnny after it, like so it was just all about the music, like driving to school and getting picked up afterwards and whoever's driving, like what are we gonna listen to? And I knew all the words to all of the songs on all of the stations. I was that kid.
You have a lot of brothers and sisters?
Just one brother, and he's younger, like a little bit less than 2 years younger than me.
Okay. Now, as far as music is concerned, singing, when did that start being something for you? Like that you said, you know what, I want to try to do this.
Dude, from the very beginning. I mean, my first memory, I was like 2 years old. My parents would play like Elvis records. Yeah. And it was probably even before that because I couldn't walk yet. So I would use like a coffee table to hold myself up and like be shaking my diaper along to Elvis or whatever. So like music was, had a hold of me from the very beginning. Yeah. And then when I was like, I don't know how old I was really young. My mom put on The Bodyguard.
Okay, Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. And I saw her sing, especially that song, I Will Always Love You. And she just like hit that, note. Yeah. And I was just like, and I just remember being really young, but getting emotional about it and pointing to the TV and telling my mom, like, that's what I want to do. Wow. I want to be a singer. Like I just knew it.
When you look at that movie, because I don't know who hasn't seen that movie. Great movie. I enjoyed it, but when I heard the original I Will Always Love You, if I'm correct, isn't it by Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, this is probably a no-brainer, but I'm going to ask you, who sang it better?
Whitney Houston.
Okay. And sometimes it's hard to find like a remake of a movie that's better than the original. Uh-huh. Sometimes it's hard to find a remake of a song that's better than the original, but the remake was better than the original.
Yeah. Oh, she killed it. I mean, she's Whitney,
Yes. And you know what? There are some people that are just gifted. They've been blessed with that gift to bless others, like the way she was with her voice, and she used it. The sad part is how it all ended. Yeah. We always say this. It's not how you start, but it's how you finish. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, she left her mark here. We know that. But we just don't like the way it ended.
I know. It made me so... I cried. I was just like... Because she was my idol. I mean, she was my very first idol as a kid. Like, I would always try to imitate her and practice, along to her CDs and stuff. And I was about to say tapes, but I was like, I don't want to age myself. CDs and MP3s and streaming. Yeah, so I would just play her stuff and I'd try to like hit every single note.
Name me a couple
of
of more artists. She
was my first music teacher.
Okay. A couple of more artists, whether male or female, that you would say you looked up to or you idolized like a Whitney growing up.
So Whitney was first, but then I was like obsessed with Christina Aguilera. I really liked just her whole style and like how badass she was when she came out with Genie in a Bottle and all those other ones. What a Girl Wants. So there was those, and then it was like Mariah Carey.
Okay.
She was huge.
Were you ever a Britney fan?
I was. I was like, okay, she's a really good dancer, and I wish I could dance like that. But vocally, I was like, oh, Christina's got it, hands down, Yeah. When Britney shaved her hair, did you ever think, what the fuck is wrong with her? I mean, that poor girl. I feel like she's just been under a microscope her whole life. So
absolutely.
She's just kind of losing touch with reality a little bit.
And I think that's when you're in this industry, once again, a lot of, and this was before social media, okay? This is just paparazzi blasting her shit everywhere.
Yeah.
And now it's worse because now, say, once again, you go on vacation or whatever and somebody recognizes Tarah New. She's right here in the bathing suit on the beach. Click, 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 click. Post it all up.
Yeah.
And that was your alone time. That was your privacy. And a lot of people watching will never understand what a lot of these celebrity artists go through.
Right.
So I could understand maybe why she could have lost it. Only she can answer that.
She's like, fuck it. Can you imagine if I shaved my head?
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of hair on the floor.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the hell happened? So, but yeah, okay. So,
no, it can be really toxic, man. There's a lot of just, like I said, I mean, being an introvert and everything, the whole part of like being famous is not at all my goal. Like that's not the appeal of why I do what I do at all. Like if it weren't for the fact that I have this passion for music and I feel like it's kind of my own personal mission, I would live like in a cabin in the woods with like nature and just maybe probably be like a writer or something.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, well, it kind of comes with the territory being in the public eye. So I got to put myself out there. I got to perform. I got to like, and it's just, my whole goal is like, I just want to get good songs out there with good messages that hopefully in my own little way help people.
That's a good thing. Yes.
That's all I care about, so like, all right, being in the public eye comes with the territory, but it's not like my favorite part.
No, you're right. You know what? Like my favorite artist of all time, and a lot of people know here at Roadium Radio, is Prince. I love Prince. Dude, okay, and maybe months before Prince passed away, and by the way, Prince is, death really fucked me up like it did, and because I idolized that guy since I've been a kid, got to see him perform, had all of his records, to say the least. But I will say that he made a statement that if he would have known being famous would have caused him to live such a lonely life, he would have never have done it because he couldn't live a normal life. I mean, Michael Jackson couldn't live a normal life. He couldn't go just anywhere. They had to close down all of Disneyland just for him.
Wow. Yeah.
And a lot of times I've seen celebrities like maybe at an airport somewhere or at a club somewhere at a VIP. And if I like that guy, I'll just like, hey, what's up, man? You know what? I love your shit. And they're like, cool. Many times they just want to be left alone.
Right.
So I kind of understand what you're saying. It isn't to be famous and like,
yeah, I don't.
No, that's just going to get played out after a while.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, nah, I'm good. You guys.
Yeah. Can you imagine eating and somebody taking pictures of you? You're biting a hot dog and you look at the camera.
They're like, Tarah eats hot dogs. She's not healthy. Headline. Like,
yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
Anyway, speaking of, you were telling me that many times you watch Netflix, you watch this. Anything you recommend that's out there?
Ooh, what's the last good? There's not like that much good stuff out. I feel like it's a treasure hunt. You're always just searching for what's the
true.
next
And
thing.
a lot of times the shit that doesn't look interesting turned out to be somewhat interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a crapshoot, man. I mean, I like to watch documentaries, just different things. I love documentaries. Yeah, that I can learn something about,
Did you watch the John Wayne Gacy documentary?
No, I'm curious about it though. But I was like, usually I watch documentaries right before I go to bed, but I'm like, I don't want to watch that right before bed. I'm gonna be like having nightmares of
check that one out. Check that one out.
Okay,
yes.
I'm just gonna do it like on a lunch break.
The thing is, you'll trip out on how this guy got away, and he was such a social people person, and that's pretty much how he hit it. I mean, how he hit it. People would never suspect him.
Charismatic.
And yes, exactly. And I will never tell you how many bodies they found under his house until you watch it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've seen the little preview, like when they're like trying to entice you, and I'm like, oh shit. I don't know. I can't. I've been tempted, but I haven't clicked on it yet. All right, I'll do it as long as it's not like right before bed. Because whatever I watch right before bed, it's right there in my dreams, and
Yes. Any good music documentaries that you've seen or that you can recommend?
I watched. Was it Lady Gaga's?
Oh, I didn't know that she had one out.
It's been a while that it came out, but I watched it a couple of times. So I was going to sing the national anthem at Dodger Stadium.
Awesome.
It was one of my first gigs with Danny. He's like,
okay.
Oh, welcome to Tarah's Music. Here, go sing in front of 60,000 people plus like nationally televised. I'm like, okay, cool. No pressure. So I did that. But like before, to pump myself up, I just kept watching Lady Gaga's documentary and like how she gets prepared to like be in front of all those people and perform and everything. So yeah, that kind of helped me.
Was that tough for you to sing in front of all those people?
It was intense. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's like you walk out and you sing one note into the microphone. And it's like echo, 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 echo. I mean, it's huge. It's like you have to have a earpiece in because the echo will just throw you off, so you can hear yourself. And it was a trip. But I hit all the notes. I didn't forget any of the words, so thank God. I was like,
oh man,
I was so relieved when I was done.
There was an athlete. If you remind me, I'll show you during the break. Okay. He was a phenomenal athlete in the Olympics. God, I'm trying to remember his name, but he was quick, dude. And they asked him to sing the national anthem, and it was horrible.
He wasn't a singer. Right?
No, he was definitely not a singer, but he's oh, say, can you see? And the fire, and
oh no,
like he didn't, and then he just ended. Like he went from right here, and then a little part in the middle, and ended. Like, thank you, everyone. Like,
what did people do? Did they clap?
It was a basketball game, so they were all like this, and they were laughing.
Oh my God.
It was horrible, but I'll show it to you.
See, I don't understand why people, they'll ask like famous people to do the national anthem, and like remember Roseanne Barr was asked to do it. Well, that went well. Yeah, I get it. Like they're a famous person, and that's fine. Have them come out and throw the first pitch or whatever. Yeah. Don't have them sing. They're not a singer. Like it's not.
Did you watch Fergie's national anthem?
No.
Okay, watch that one.
Is it good?
It's horrific.
Oh no! Oh, Fergie, no.
It's horrific. And
did she just forget words?
It was almost like she was trying to sing it in the Marilyn Monroe voice.
Interesting.
And people were laughing. They were dogging her for months. They were dogging her.
It's a very high pressure song.
It is.
It's like I did it once. I would be honored to be asked again, but at the same time I'd be like, please don't ask me again. Please don't ask me.
You know which one I like?
It's so much pressure.
Okay, I heard. Man, to me, it's the best one ever. Marvin Gaye did it. Are you familiar with the song? I know you are. Sexual Healing.
I was gonna say, let's get it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
He pretty much did it in that style.
Interesting.
It was pretty fucking amazing, and I was like, wow, this guy.
I'm trying to think of how that would go. I'll have to look it up on YouTube.
No, look it up, and he actually gives an explanation of why he sung it that way. And to me, I thought it was interesting. He just said, I asked God, he said, to lead and to guide me so that my lyrics and the way I sing it can really touch people. He goes, and that's the way it came out.
Aw.
Yeah, I thought like, wow.
That's the heart of an artist right there. That's
good. Exactly, because people like yourself and people like him want to touch people and move them and bless them with your music and your voice. When other people I just want to be famous and I want to make a gang of money.
Yeah, I don't care
money's good, bro, but one thing I've learned, not all money is good money, okay? And another thing that I've learned, money does not make you happy. Okay.
So true.
Because you could be depressed, and with a lot of money, you still be the depressed dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So it's not something that this can fix. It's something that needs to get fixed here.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, taking care of your mental, emotional health, staying balanced. Like
yes. When we go to break, we got a couple of minutes left, but I'm gonna find you that one of that celebrity that. Okay. Oh my God! It was
already cringing.
It was literally over like in 10 seconds.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
But yeah, okay.
Poor guy.
Now, at what age, once again, did you move out here to LA?
Well, I started visiting, 14, 15. I moved when I was 16.
Okay, 16. Mm-hmm. And I know you said you've been out here a couple of times already. How was it different for you being out here compared to Corpus Christi? I've been out there, but I want your insight.
It was total culture shock. I mean, when I moved out here, I was like, oh, people don't say hi to you when you pass them on the sidewalk. You know, like you're just like walking past each other, and I'm like, oh, this is the part where we say good morning, like how are you,
right?
Like, or at least just like a smile and a wave, and they're just like mad, just walking. And I'm
right.
Like, what? Oh, okay. And then it took me a while to realize it wasn't personal. It's just people are, up in their own heads a lot up here.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because when my mom or my dad would take a walk, and maybe I would go with them. And then here comes possibly another couple or another gentleman walking by. They would say, buenos dias, buenos dias. That's what they would greet each other.
Exactly.
Me, I still do that. How you doing?
Yeah.
You know, and like, oh, I'm good.
God bless you.
Yes.
I still do it too. Like, you know,
because
didn't change me, but I was just like, well, okay, that's something to get used to.
Many times, just greeting someone, saying something kind of could really make somebody's day because we don't really know what that person might be going through.
Exactly.
You know, so I always tell people, thank you. I'm sorry, please are still some powerful words. So people don't use them. True. We've changed I'm sorry to my bad. And actually don't mean shit. like my bad. No, you fucked up, bro, but tell me you're sorry.
Right, yeah.
You know, so, well, I'm not sorry. All right, fuck it then. Whatever.
They're trying to soften it, still keep their ego about it. Like,
exactly.
Oh, my bad. Anyway, so whatever. No, tell me you're sorry.
Exactly. So now you come out here when you're 16. Have you started recording anything yet?
Yeah, actually back in Corpus, I recorded a whole album of classic love songs.
Okay.
So it was called Hopeless Romantic, and it was just all these covers of different love songs like Elvis, Judy Garland, Frank Sinatra.
Okay. And who recorded these songs for you? This something you just did at home?
No, so there was a recording studio in Corpus, a friend of my family's and mine. His name is Jim Wilkin, and he had this little studio in the back of his house called Trinity Recording Studios. I think he's still up and going. Shout out to Jim Wilkin. So he was just awesome guy and good rates and stuff. So I just did a whole album there in his studio and knocked it out before I moved out to LA, so I'd have something to show people. Okay, so would you say you were about 15 or 16 when you did this? Mm-hmm. And this was your very first recording? It was my first album. I'd recorded singles before that, just to kind of dabble into the world.
And what kind of music were you just still doing covers?
Yeah, I think they were all covers. Some I would put my own take on it. So one song that actually is still pretty popular today from that album, Hopeless Romantic, is the song So This Is Love. It's from Cinderella or something. Right. But my friend Jessie and I did a jazzy kind of bluesy take on it. So it sounds like a totally different song, but it's the same lyrics, the same, but just totally different style.
So you record yourself, they play it back, you listen. We're talking about the very first time you start recording yourself. Mm-hmm. Did you like what you heard?
It was weird. I mean, so you have your headphones and then you're singing and you can't really hear yourself. So I always, I learned after a bit to kind of put an ear out just so you can kind of vibe what you're sounding like.
Yes.
So you can hear yourself a different way. So it's kind of, it was weird to get used to it. But then once I heard it back, I was like, oh, okay, that's smooth. That's good. Okay. It was, I was like, I remember kind of nerding out thinking oh, this is what they do in the movies. I feel I'm really in it, and I got the headphones and the microphone and there's the glass and I can see him working on the dials and I'm like, this is it's in the movies. I just remember being
now you take those demos and you show them to your family and friends. What was the response you were getting?
I've been blessed to have a very supportive family. especially on my mom's side, the Mexican side, of course, they're all very like vocal and lovey and warm and everything. And my dad's side too has been awesome. Like they always lived a little bit further away, so I didn't get to see them as much.
Right.
So I have an aunt and uncle that helped raise me, as well as my parents, and then my grandma and grandpa, all on my mom's side. So we were just like always together, like Mexican culture, it was like everyone's in the same.
Right.
We hang out a lot. So they were always just like, Tarah, sing, which I hated. I hated being put on the spot. But then once I actually started doing it as a career, they were super supportive and like so proud. My grandma, I can picture her right now.
Awesome. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about this. We talked about it the last 3 weeks. Danny Trejo's Soul Collection, if I'm correct, right? Yes. Soul Collection Volume 1.
Soul Collection.
I want to talk about your song. I want to talk about the videos that you sent and what can people expect from Tarah New in 2020. Okay. So right now we're going to get into a break, 10-minute break. Once again, the flyer will be there for tomorrow's event. Can you at least tell us what time this event starts?
Dude, that's a good question. We were trying to figure that out today, but I don't know yet.
Okay. Well, maybe during the break you can maybe...
Yeah, I'm going to
find out. But the flyer will be up. Once again, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Tarah News in the motherfucking building, and we'll be back in 10 minutes, y'all. Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio episode 251, and we're going to go ahead and jump right back into it with Tarah New. Okay. The athlete's name was Carl Lewis. You heard the national anthem. What was your take on it?
So painful. I felt so bad for him, but he came up there and started so confidently.
Right. Okay.
He was all adding his own style to it. I'm like, okay. Oh, no.
Hypothetical question, okay? Say you were his wife.
Oof.
And after he bombs, he walks up to you, babe, what did you think?
I want a divorce. Sorry, I'm done.
Yeah, man. I was like,
I cannot be associated with that.
Check out Carl Lewis National Anthem.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Especially the Rockets Red Glare part.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell was that?
Particularly painful.
Now, what is your take on, we play two of them. We played Carl Lewis, and then we also played for you the Marvin Gaye National Anthem.
That was sexy. I didn't know the national anthem could be sexy until Marvin Gaye sang it. So it's like, okay.
He was too sexy for this. He was too sexy for this anthem.
Yeah. He's too sexy for this anthem. Too sexy. Yeah, exactly.
So when you guys want to get a chance, check out Marvin Gaye's National Anthem. And it was. I watched that shit like 5 times, like I said, and I'm just like, wow. Mm-hmm. You know, and then it's so sad because people like Marvin Gaye, who are fucking legends in this industry, and in their end, the way they end a career, you know, taken out by his own father.
Greed, man. Yeah,
it sucks. Roger Troutman from Roger and Zapp gets taken out by his own brother. You know, so yeah, I was like, shit. I mean,
you got like Selena.
Yes,
that was kind of over greed and, you know, president or a fan club. I think she just went a little crazy too, but Yolanda or whatever.
Oh, yeah, Yolanda. Did Ticho ever make it out?
Probably not. I mean, Selena is like a national treasure, you know.
There's no
America's
honestly,
sweetheart.
In my opinion, I don't think there's anywhere in the world that she can go where she would not be recognized.
Yeah. I agree. And I'm from Corpus Christi. That's where Selena is from. My mom actually met her.
Okay.
By the way. And she lived down the street from my aunt. And she had her boutique down the street from my grandma's house. Mm-hmm. And my mom was in the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And so when Selena was opening her boutique, her little store, which is still open, by the way, in Corpus, my mom was there for the ribbon cutting and like shook her hand and still has the card with her signature on it. Wow. I was like, Mom, save it forever. Like, frame that shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. And it's so tragic the way they end. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm so thankful for movies like La Bamba because I believe they're made great.
Mm-hmm. Ricky Valens.
Selena, you know, and there's others out there that are made great. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with the comedian Cantinflas. Mario Moreno Cantinflas, probably the greatest Mexican comedian. Okay. By Mexico's, you know, they're saying he's the best that's ever lived. You know, that's ever made people laugh and shit. They made a movie about him, and the guy who played him actually happened to be a Spaniard, but he had him down to the T.
Nice.
Another great movie that I like, Cantinflas. But
I had to check that out.
Now, if they were ever to make a movie about you, who would you want them to play?
Well, it would be kind of cool. So I get that I look like Cameron Diaz a lot. So, but I mean, I guess she's like older now, but I wouldn't even care. I would be honored if Cameron Diaz played me, even if she's like 60.
Okay.
I don't care.
Are you familiar with James Earl Jones? He's the guy with the deep voice. Okay. Him or Samuel Jackson or Morgan Freeman to narrate your documentary, who would you choose?
Oh, Morgan Freeman. You got to go. I mean, he's the guy. He's the God voice, the documentary voice. Like,
right.
I love them all, but got to go Morgan Freeman.
I would probably go with Samuel Jackson because he's like, in this motherfucker.
Yeah, right? I was about to say. He would add his own like spice to it.
Exactly. Okay.
Say what again?
Yeah. Who's this motherfucker? So,
what?
Did you know that I believe that the first movie he ever appeared on was in Coming to America?
Oh.
Remember he walks into McDowell's with the shotgun?
Oh,
hurry up, fat boy.
That's Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, that's him.
Wow. That was his very first movie?
That's his first time.
Wow, way to break out.
I would be forced to thrash you. So I love that movie.
I gotta watch that part again.
Yes.
Just for that.
So now you leave Corpus. You're in LA. Tell us what comes next. Did you immediately start recording? Did you hook up with producers? What were you looking for when you came out here?
So, I mean, I had the album from Corpus that I'd recorded, so I had something to kind of shop around. But like I said, I mean, shy, introverted, like networking, just the idea of it was just like cringy. Like I didn't want to do it. So it took me a while to kind of like come out of my shell and actually get shit done, you know?
Right.
But then I started just playing open mics, doing little like karaoke stuff. Actually, at the apartments that I lived at, they had a lot of programs for young artists and stuff. So they would invite industry people to the apartment complex in the like clubhouse area, and we would just sing and perform for them and collect business cards and shit. So it was a start. But then I started joining like bands, and there was a couple of girl groups, there was a couple of different bands, there was a couple like cover bands. Like I've been in a lot of different bands, all different genres and stuff. Yeah, just to like be out there. So yeah, it's been a journey. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of like playing for like 5 people, you know, here and there, and just a lot of messing with people's a lot of egos, and I'm just like, all right, I can't mess with you guys. So,
you know, I'm glad you brought up one thing, and this is one thing that for artists that are listening, many times you are going to have those crowds that, you know what, there's about 5, 10, 15, maybe 30 people out there, you know, and believe me, I've toured with a lot of gold and platinum artists. Okay, nice. Especially in 1991 when we dropped our first album, when we had our Texas tour. We went all over Texas. It was a High C, AMG, Second Ton, and DJ Quick. All our albums dropped the same year. So we're all touring. I'm DJing for all of these guys. There's times where there's a stadium we're performing at, there's 14,000 people there. And we're having a great ass fucking time. The next day we're performing in Beaumont, Texas, 30 people show up.
Right.
You know, and then we had to learn how to find a balance. Like, do we give them a bullshit show because nobody showed up? But keep in mind, those people paid to see you.
Oh, for sure.
And back then, not having any social media, you know, everything was by word of mouth. So we used to always say, fuck it, let's go out there and rock those 30 people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
So we took pictures of all of them. We signed autographs. So they all got more than their money's worth to go around telling people, if you didn't show up, you fucked up.
Right. Exactly. So, and that's how you get your like diehard fans.
Absolutely.
That's how you get that personal connection with those smaller shows. I honestly miss the smaller shows because with Danny and Trejo's music, it's only been arenas. It's only been huge, you know, tens of thousands of people shows. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't see a single person's face. You know, I want to like smile at someone and they smile back and like have a connection. And it's just like a sea of heads and kind of a blur of like spotlights. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll give it my all. Yeah. But I do kind of miss those smaller shows.
Yeah. Well, one thing that we used to do to gain fans, like even more of an intimate connection with our fans, was after our shows, I used to tell the guys, let's walk out there. Like they just wanted to stay in the VIP areas. And I was like, let's walk out there, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes people back off and they're like, wow, they're really out here. Then they'll come up to us like, hey, Quick, or hey, you know, so-and-so, hey, so-and-so, can we get a picture? Yeah. And then before you know it, the whole crowd comes. They're like, man, I love your shit, man. I support your shit. And you start hearing it, you know. That's how we got our comments, not on social media.
Yeah.
You know, we got our comments face to face and it meant more, you know. So I encourage artists, whether it's a big crowd or whether it's a small crowd, don't cheat the fans, because if it's not for the fans, none of us will be sitting here.
So true.
None of us would have anything. We have to go get a fucking job at a warehouse and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So
I mean, that's why I do it. I mean, I put these songs out there for anyone who wants to hear them, you know, and hopefully it makes their day a little better, helps them get through something. Like this song Drama that I just put out on the album is about getting through a breakup, you know, and I wrote it getting through a breakup. So at the time it was like therapy for me, but I'm thinking, all right, once this comes out, I'm already over that motherfucker, right? But hopefully like this can empower other people going through this same shit, you know, and they feel better and you know what, it worked out for the best. Like there's something better down the road or whatever. So
absolutely. Okay. So now when, if you could take us back, how did you meet Danny?
So 6 years ago, I heard that he was having auditions, like an open audition at the Boys and Girls Club in Pacoima. A family friend of mine told me that. And I was like, okay, so I just show up. And like, yeah, just show up. I'm like, all right. So I showed up. I had an English song prepared and a Spanish song prepared. And there comes Danny, walked through the door. I was like, oh shit, it's Danny Trejo. Like,
Right.
But then I was like, okay, focus there. And so I walked in there. There was a line of girls. I walked in there and I sang Chandelier by Sia. So the English one first. And then I was getting ready to sing a Selena song, Si Una Vez. And then he was like, okay. And he hands me his phone and he goes, all right, put your name, your phone number, and put your name and put singer number 1. I was like, okay, I guess I got it. Like, and so I was like, is this real life? And I'm putting my name and phone number into his phone with singer number 1. I was like, okay, this is happening. Holy shit.
So after that, what comes next? Is there a phone call? Is there another meeting? Or
so after that, it was kind of a lot of waiting, to be honest. He's a very busy man.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, so, now what? At some point there was a contract. So I signed that. I was like, all right, it's official, Trejo's music. At the time it was called DT Music, Danny Trejo Music. But we're like, okay, well, Trejo's Tacos, Trejo's Donuts, Trejo's Music. So it got changed to that. But then, like one of the first phone calls was, you're going to sing the national anthem at Dodger Stadium for 60,000 people plus nationally televised. I'm like, okay, so not a little dive bar for like 10 people. It's like, boom. Like, I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
No pressure. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it went fine.
Wow. And you know what? That's like you said, no pressure, because that's like, okay, cool. He's probably going to have me sing at Trejo's Tacos or something,
Right. Yeah. Like just something small. No, it's Danny. So it's like go big or go home. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Time to do this.
After that, did he immediately start showing you music? This is what I want you to sing. What do you want to sing? This is a genre that I want you to go in. Like, what was the development on that?
Well, at that point, he had his favorite genre, which is like oldies. He loves the oldies style. I think it connects him to his childhood and his days that he misses. And so I was like, okay, I understand that. It was not my style like at all before, but I'm like, I kind of developed an appreciation for the like 60s kind of oldies, and now I love it. And especially if I can put more of a soulful spin on it, as opposed to like more doo-wop, like more soulful,
right,
and like bluesy, then that's actually like the Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
So she kind of is what I'm compared to a lot, especially my song Drama. They're like, oh, it's kind of like Amy Winehouse vibes. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So a mix of like nowadays and old school style.
Okay. Let's start with this first, because I do have your videos, the 3 videos that you sent me. Mm-hmm. Which one would you like to talk about first, the 3 videos or these? What came out first, the videos?
The videos came out first.
Okay, let's go there really quick. Okay, because I have them here, and I don't know if these are in order, but you mentioned the song Drama.
Yes.
Okay,
that's the most recent one.
Okay, that's the most recent one, and that one you were saying was about a breakup, if I'm correct?
Yes.
Okay, and was that like something personal, like that happened? So this song is based on a true story?
Based on a true. This was 3:00 in the morning, like crying my eyes out, like with my notebook, and just like, okay, this is good. This will get all my feelings out for now, but then hopefully, it'll get out into the world and help other people. So here we are.
All good. So everybody, once again, check out a song called Drama on YouTube by Tarah New. Okay, and this other one that I have.
Danny makes a cameo in all of the music videos, by the way, too. So
yeah, I saw that.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's dope. Satisfy My Soul, Tarah New featuring Baby Bash. Yes. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay. So that, Joey Quinones did the music for it. He's awesome, brilliant.
An amazing producer.
Amazing musician. He plays like all of the instruments.
Yeah, he's like our modern day Prince, at least for me.
Yeah, no, he's a genius, like musical genius. So he's actually done all of the music for my songs. So Drama, it was lyrics and melody was like in my head, and I started singing it to Joey, and he's like there with his guitar, and he's like kind of like this. I'm like, yeah, kind of like that, a little more minor, and so he brought what was in my head to life. Like that's
and it's a beautiful thing, because you're sitting there with the musician, producer / singer, all of the above, and he's making a track for you from the ground up, like building a house. That's how I produce whenever I work with an artist. I just don't have beats laying around. I'm like, what do you, if there's a song out there that you would like to rap to, give it to me. Don't name the song. Okay, give me something from the 90s. What would you rap? Just to kind of get a feel.
Yeah.
You know,
what the style, what the vibe would
right.
be.
And then I start playing stuff. What about something like this? No, not really. Okay, what about something like this? So now I have something to build on, and that's kind of what he was doing with you. You know. Okay.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So,
Satisfy My Soul, the music came from Joey.
Okay.
And then obviously Bash wrote his own rap. And then the verses I wrote. The part Satisfy My Soul was Joey though. He started saying that and I was like, oh, that's perfect title for it, and Bash liked it, so we kept that part for the hook. And so yeah, with our three powers combined, we brought that song to life, and it was it's just kind of about, if you're kind of in a rut in your relationship, it doesn't mean it's over. It's just like, all right, we just got to satisfy each other's souls, you know, fulfill each other in this relationship, put in the time, go out, you know, put on your suit, I'll get my dress, yeah. You know. So it's got a good message to it.
Okay.
I always want to put songs out that have good messages to them, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you imagine doing an interview? It was like, so what's that song about? Man, I don't give a shit. I just released it.
It just sounds cool, and I want to make money and be famous. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Mama Didn't Lie. What is that about?
So that was Danny's. That was the very first one we put out because Danny wanted to do a cover of an oldie song, and he's like, what about this song, Mama Didn't Lie? So I had never heard it, and then I heard it, and I was like, oh, this is fun, you know? So that was the very first thing that we put out under Trejo's music. So obviously it's a cover, so I didn't write any of it, but we put our own take on it and did the music video for it, which is really fun. Danny, like, well, I don't know, you just have to watch it. Okay, he comes out at the very beginning.
Yes, I saw it. He comes out like out of
this. And like.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. So make sure you guys check out Tarah New on YouTube, Trejo's Music Group. That's what it's under.
Right, the Trejo's Music Group page on YouTube.
Yes, make sure you guys check that out. Mama Didn't Lie. Then here we have Satisfy My Soul featuring Baby Bash and Drama. Okay, yes. So go check that out. And then now let's talk a little bit about the Trejo's Soul Collection Volume 1. What song are you on here?
So I'm on two of the songs. The first one is Satisfy My Soul.
Okay, so that's the one we just talked about.
I'm on that one. And then number 5 is Drama.
Okay.
So those are my two songs on this one.
When you released those songs, what was the response that you were getting from the people? Like what was the feedback you were getting?
It's honestly been awesome because, well, when Satisfy My Soul came out, it came out originally as a single during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
So people were messaging me and saying, like, you know, I listened to this on my drive to work or they weren't going to work or whatever, like just in the car or something. And this is the only thing that made me smile today, or I really needed this. Because it's got a positive message to it, especially when a lot of people were going through it in their relationships, being stuck with each other like 24/7 and, you know, when everything was shut down. And so Satisfy My Soul was just like the right song for the right time.
Yes.
And I was so like, that's why I do what I do, you know, to have these people say, you know what, this song really helped me out today. Thank you for putting it out. Thank you for doing what you do. And honestly, the same thing has happened with Drama. People wrote, I released it on Valentine's Day. We released the whole album on Valentine's Day, but it's like a breakup song for Valentine's Day. Right. So I was like, Happy Valentine's Day. Here's a breakup song, you know. But it's supposed to be, you know, empowering. So for all the people who are going through a breakup or just being single during that time and thinking of their ex and trying not to like drunk dial them later that day or whatever. I'm like, just listen to this song. Remember why you ended it. But no, a lot of people were messaging me and saying like, oh, this song hit just right because I'm going through that right now. And, you know, I thought that was going to be the person I was going to marry, and it really messed me up. And so like, thank you for putting this out. It's helping me through it. I'm like, this is why I do what I do.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's everything to me. That's the whole reason.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Okay, because you talked about Drama, and you talked about, I guess, you know, getting through a breakup and everything. I asked this question to Amora and Twixie, and if you guys are watching, please remember this. Okay, I asked them, who makes more love songs, men or women? And I said, I'm familiar with more men making love songs. Okay, so like, can we expect any love songs, good ones, not fuck this dude, I'm done.
Things will get better. Drama.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, I've got one that I already wrote and recorded, and it's going to be on the next album. It's called Ride or Die.
Oh, okay.
So, that whole motorcycle culture, but it's just about you having your ride or die and sticking with them no matter what. And like, I guess it's sort of similar to Satisfy My Soul, but it's different. It's like, it's a different thing. Like we don't have any, some of the lyrics are like, girls and guys can flirt, can try, but shit, I forgot my own lyrics, but like they won't get anywhere basically. Like we don't have to worry, we got each other, and like, oh, that's cute, that's right, that's my man, and he's not even looking at you twice,
Right.
Like, oh, okay, there's a person there, it doesn't matter, ride or die.
Who would you say is probably one of your most favorite, I guess, love songwriters? If you name a few, and then I'll name mine.
Love songwriters. Whew.
Like, who makes great love songs?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the first one that popped in my head right now is Elvis.
Okay.
Like Can't Help Falling in Love.
Okay, those are nice ones.
Well, I was just thinking of some other ones, but I mean, that was like the main one. I actually covered that in that album when I was like 16.
All right. I'm gonna tell you mine. At least I'll give you an idea.
There's so many others though.
I love fucking Prince, especially like
Prince, yeah.
Do Me Baby, International Lover, Adore, Scandalous, everything.
Nice.
I love
Prince
those.
is just aptly named. Prince.
One of my favorite, also up there, is a Michael Jackson song. It was on the Thriller album, "The Lady in My Life."
Oh.
Beautiful, amazing love song.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Oh,
or
man.
maybe I don't know.
It's on that Thriller album.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Here's another one, and I never understood it, but it's like, I think, a heartbreak song.
Okay.
But it's an amazing fucking song that will live forever. "Careless Whispers."
Careless Whispers.
By George Michaels.
Oh, okay. I have to listen to it.
Okay, you better.
I probably heard it, but I'm just like, it didn't immediately ring a bell.
It's an 80s song, so I'm 54 years old, so yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, I've heard a lot of different, older songs, but I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Careless Whispers is probably one, I would probably say one of the top 10 greatest love songs ever pertaining to radio, like something that radio would just fucking play. That's one of them.
I'm gonna have to check that out then. Whew.
Yes, and I know once I play, you start hearing the saxophone, you're like, okay, of course.
Yeah.
So,
that happens a lot.
Yeah,
okay, I didn't recognize the title, but the second you play the first verse, I'm like, oh,
just like the Carl Lewis national anthem.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so painful. You guys have to see it.
Okay,
and
so now
you can't unsee it.
Let's talk about tomorrow, where you're going to be at. I know we were talking during the break, so you didn't get to find out what time it starts, right?
I didn't get to look it up. Yeah, I think it's going to be like a several-hour event. I think like a 4-hour deal. But it is a charity event. I know what No More Locked Doors, they do a lot of work with people coming out of like being incarcerated and getting back into like the workforce and getting them good jobs and getting them just like set up for success. So Chino Mike runs it, and he gets to help a lot of people doing that. So we're really glad to be part of that tomorrow. And they do a lot of events, And
did you recall what city again? I think I have.
It's either Claremont or Montclair.
Okay.
I've seen both because I think someone made a mistake, and now my brain is confused about it.
Okay, let me see if I still have the flyer, because I know we have it up there where people can see it during the break. But let me see.
I know tickets are on eventbrite.com.
Montclair. Yeah, Montclair.
Guys.
And showtime is from 6 to 9:30.
6 to 9, okay, yeah.
6 to 9:30, everybody. And it has, there's reserved seating, there's general admission. But you get to go and you can see a performance from Amora, Twixie, and Tarah.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's at the Canyon, Canyon Club, or just the Canyon?
I think.
I've never been there before, but
the Canyon. I don't know if that's the same one. They used to call the Quiet Canyon back in the day.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's the same one or not, but the Canyon. Tomorrow, May 19th, once again, shows starts from 6 to 9:30. Go there, have a drink, and enjoy some good music. What can people expect when they see you tomorrow? What songs would you be singing?
So I think I'm going to be singing the 2 songs on the album, actually. Okay. So Satisfy My Soul and Drama. We're only going to sing, I think, 2 each because they had like a time crunch. So I'm like, all right, cool. So other than that, we'll just be hanging out,
Is there going to be, I didn't see them on the fly, but is there going to be any other performances?
I believe so. I know there's like an ad about it, but honestly, like, we have so many shows coming up. They're kind of all blurring together. I'm like, wait, who's going to be at this particular one? Let me think.
Right.
But yeah, there's going to be other performances too. That's why I think we're only doing 2 each, because they're like crammed for time.
Okay, so once again, everybody, tomorrow in Montclair, Amora Twixie and Tarah Neal will be performing there. If you guys want to see them live, that's one of the opportunities that you'll get the chance to hear them sing and meet them, etc. What else can we expect from either your solo or you guys doing it together? What can people expect from you guys? More shows, more visuals, more music? Is there an album, an EP? Let us know.
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of shows coming up. I post about them all on my Instagram.
Okay.
That's probably the one I keep up with the most, but I'm on all of the different social medias. So as we have shows, I just will post like the flyer that's coming up most recent. I still have to post about tomorrow's one. So yeah, we've got that one. We've got another show on May 28th. Back in the day, Old School Fest. That's going to be at the Adelanto Stadium.
Oh, okay.
We've got another one on June 4th at the LA Convention Center. That's called Urban Con.
Yeah.
If you've heard of that one. We're doing another one on Father's Day. I forget what it's called, but yeah, we got shows for sure coming up. So
awesome.
I'll be posting about them. And then we've got, we're just still promoting this album, but we're already working on the second album for a Trio Soul collection. So like I said, I already recorded the 2 songs for it. They're originals that I wrote.
Right.
So I'm excited to share this with you guys. I'm not sure how long it's going to be before the next album comes out, since we're still like promoting this one, but I'm looking forward to sharing it.
Awesome. Other than that, is there anything that I didn't ask you, anything you want to share, anything you want to promote? Your Instagram is up on the screen, and it'll be up on the description when people, when this is posted up, like immediately after our interview. But is there anything you want to, like I said, anything I didn't ask you?
I mean, not really. I guess just kind of what we've sort of covered it, but like the reason I do what I do is just to like, I just say the quickest tagline is to spread love through music. So that's actually my shirt. I designed the shirt. I don't know if you
Love,
can see.
light, good
Love,
vibes.
light, good vibes. And then on the back is I'm just kidding. I painted these and put it on a shirt. So it's kind of like a reminder to just like be kind to each other, be sort of like I like the angel wings thing, is like how we can kind of be earth angels to each other and help each other out, and however we can, like whatever our strengths are. So for me, it's music, but everyone can help each other. We're all connected. So
awesome.
I just love everybody.
Awesome.
Introverted and all, but like I love connecting with people in a meaningful way. So I use my music to do that. So I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
At this point, any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to my mama and my dad, probably watching this right now. I said, I'm half Mexican, half white, so I come from, a mixed marriage, and that wasn't super popular. And sometimes even today, like I'll see, I'm not necessarily accepted by a lot of people, like a lot of the crowds we perform for, but then a lot of people are just super awesome and loving and kind, and I really appreciate that. So I just love my parents, and they're badasses. My mom was a migrant worker, and my grandparents were like working in the fields. My mom was like, I come from a really badass family. My dad was like in Vietnam whenever he was 16, like just. Wow. Yeah, my parents are awesome. I love you guys.
Well, thank God for awesome parents.
Thank God for awesome parents.
Awesome. Other than that, Tarah Neal, I wish you nothing but the best. Continue to keep winning. Continue with much love, much respect, much success. Make a lot of money, but let's keep our head on straight. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Awesome.
Always.
Other than that, can't wait for the second one. So you still got to sign this CD right here. So let me take this one out, because I have this one signed by Amora Twixie and Coda.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and sign this one right here.
I did this for you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Very sexy picture.
Oh, I thank you. That's a still shot from the actual music video.
From the video. Okay. Awesome. Okay, everybody. Once again, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to come right back with the one and only Dezzy Hollow. Once again, Oceanside, San Diego. Stand up, motherfuckers. We'll be back 10 minutes. And welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 251. And before I introduce my very special guest, he is no stranger to Roadium Radio. But we wanted to bring him back because he's got a new album. He's going to tell us all about it. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce for part 2, Dezzy Hollow. How you doing, brother?
What's up? Man, I'm doing great. Like I was telling you when I came in, man, a lot of things have happened since the last time I was here.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of things that I said in that last interview kind of manifested and is slowly unraveling for sure.
No shit.
So it's great. And the last time I was here, I think I've worked with like a handful of the producers that have been on the show. And a lot of them had a part in the album I just dropped.
Oh, so it did drop. Okay.
Yeah, we just dropped it. Man, I can't forget the date. We just dropped it recently.
Okay.
Can You Handle the Funk? And we just put out a video for it, a couple videos for it. But the recent one we just released was called Roll Through, which is the very introduction of the album.
Dope. Okay. We'll go through every one of those song titles after our break.
Yeah,
okay. We'll break down the album. But I want to share something with you. This is episode 251. The first time you were here is episode 114. That was 137 episodes ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know. I see that you have a couple new pieces on the table.
Yes. People have been blessing me with some new toys. And you know what? And I still have a lot of toys that I haven't put out.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to make it look like Toys R Us blew up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You're a collector for sure.
Yeah, so that's why I try, and some people say, lose the fucking toys.
Toys.
You know,
come on, man.
Whatever, bro. Anyways, but now, how was the drive coming over here? Because I know you driving from, if I'm correct, Oceanside?
From Oceanside, yeah. The drive, I mean, it's really nothing to me. I like to take long drives, and it's funny you asked that because on the way here, like there was like a period where I didn't have no music on, and I kind of was just thinking about like not just the interview, but also like just everything that I have for the week and for the month and for the year, you know. But I'm always working, and in my head, it's always working, man. It's always turning in my head.
Yeah. I know when you were here, I passed the phone to two people, Magic Girl,
right,
and DJ Dominator. And if I'm correct, because I've been at Dom's house several times since your interview, and he had told me you guys had went over there, you guys had worked on some tracks.
Yes, yeah. Dominator. Shout out to Dominator. He's just an amazing producer, bro. And after you introduced us, I had to take the trip up there and watch him at work because he's just amazing. Like, he's mind-blowing. Like, you go in there, you tell him what you want, and he does it.
He's a very, very underrated producer that I believe doesn't get enough of his flowers, you know?
Oh, man, yes. Shout out to Dominator, man. He's definitely somebody that's been very sincere since I met him. And you could just tell, you know, from just the first meeting somebody for the first time, you know, that he's real. Yeah,
absolutely, man. So you know what? Today, I don't know if you're, I don't even, dude, that was 130 something episodes ago. Do you watch any sports at all, man? Because today we had Dallas Mavericks at Golden State. I watch professional basketball playoffs. I love the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, do you know if Golden State pulled it out?
Man, bro, like I said, I haven't really been on anything, man. I've been out the loop. But no, I haven't been on sports, man. I just been not really watching TV, to be honest with you.
Just been one-track mind music.
Yeah, pretty much, man. And I think that's what keeps me like in the loop and keeps me really relevant is that my mind is always like trying to create.
Okay. You know, there's a lot of people, man, that, the reason why I say this is because I don't know if I told you, this is like my 6th Instagram page. I've had 5 deleted.
Right.
That's why for a while we probably didn't see each other, and then when we started following each other again, you kind of probably thought we were following each other.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was like, damn, Tony is like that shit. Like,
no,
I'm just playing, man. But no, I figured that. So then, I had to hit that follow button, man. But it's always good following. If you guys don't follow Tony, make sure y'all follow Tony A, man. And you're going to be surprised at the memes that this man be posted, dog. It's crazy. I'm like, yo, Tony, it's 6 a.m. You posting a meme about what?
Right. But you know what? I think that's where people were getting my shit deleted because I kept getting...
you kept getting flagged?
Yeah. Oh, it was marked as bullying and harassment. So motherfuckers were hating on my memes, and then before you know it, you've been disabled.
Right. Freedom of speech is crazy now, man.
It's being taken away from us little by little, bro.
Yeah.
You know, we they say we have a First Amendment, you know, that, you know, we have the freedom of speech, okay, that we can, it's our freedom to say whatever the fuck we want, okay?
Yeah.
But not under, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, times have changed, for sure.
Yeah, we live in, I like to say, we live in a generation that claims they don't give a fuck, but they're easily offended.
Yeah.
Think about that, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. What did you say? You know, Instagram, he hurt my feelings.
Right.
And then he started reporting shit. So that's how I got my pages deleted. But anyway, those memes are classic, though. Somebody told me, just open up a memes page, and I'm thinking about it. So I'll probably have more followers there. But now, the last time we actually saw each other, we actually had breakfast.
Yeah.
Remember you came down?
That's right. That's right. What was that spot again?
It was in San Pedro, Pacific Diner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were driving with your knees rolling a blunt.
Hey, that was a crazy time. I remember that, and you're like, "Oh, this road right here is hot," and I was like, "Shit, I'm still gonna roll up." Yeah, I remember that. Smoked. You're like, "Oh, finish the blunt. I'm gonna go inside." You went inside, got your seat, and I was like, "All right, for sure." Killed that blunt real quick. Went in there so high, bro, but I didn't want to tell you that.
Right.
I was so high, bro.
I could tell because you weren't talking too much.
I know. Like I was like nah, on the way there, and as soon as I went into the diner, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I'm kind of stuck. Yeah, but I remember that, man, and that was the last time we talked. And I think that I had went and seen Dominator before that, and then after that, I took 2 trips up there.
Okay. It's a nice little drive, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's. I never been there before.
It's a nice little peaceful area. If you want to get away for a weekend and it's just calm, it's not a party town.
Yeah,
that's a cool little spot right there.
Yeah.
So low key.
Definitely made me feel like home up there, man. Connecting with Dominator.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Okay, so now you've been very busy. There's a lot of stuff that you've been doing ever since, like you said, a lot of things have been manifested that you spoke here the very first time, episode 114,
right, that
you're pretty much everything's coming into fruition.
Right.
Now, do you have a new team now, or because I don't know, last time you came with other individuals?
Yeah.
Do you still have the same team, different team, or?
Same team, man. I've been rocking with the same team, Mad Strange. The same engineer, same manager, same creators, same everything, you know, same designer. It's definitely like a building thing. So if you want to do long term with somebody, you got to make sure they got the same goals as you. So we've been together for almost a decade.
That's awesome.
And the last time I seen you, we were working together. But we just at that point, the last time that I met you, we were trying to figure things out, and it's slowly starting to come. But it's all like off of experience. You know?
But it's very important to have a team because you can't win without a team.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you have to have a team. Like, you know, this is part of my team right here. There's others that are not here, but you have to have a solid foundation because look, the last thing you want is a fucking Judas in your circle. Yeah, you know that's the last thing you want. Right. Believe me, I've had a couple of those, and I had to expose the ass. But anyways. Now you're not high today, right?
Not me. Am I high today?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a little bit. I rode up around the corner before. The parking here is crazy. First of all, the parking here is crazy, man. So I parked a couple streets over, and I was like, damn, I don't know if it's safe right here, but I'm gonna smoke. But yeah, I got my smoke in real quick.
All good, man. All good. Are you one of those edibles guys? Do you take edibles too?
No edibles. I like to be in control of what I'm doing, you know. And the edibles makes me feel like I'm floating.
Oh shit. Okay. Now. Okay, now, so just give us kind of like, before we dig deeper, give us like, I guess, in a nutshell, what has Dezzy Hollow been doing ever since episode 114, if I'm, you know?
I've been doing a lot of creating. I've been doing a lot of figuring out, you know, what it's like to work with artists, you know, these artists that I have on, which we'll get into. It was a lot of figuring out about how they move, and you know, it's a lot harder than just like reaching out to them. Right. And for me, it just since the last episode, I guess I've done a lot, and I'm excited to share it once we break down the album, and I get to kind of share a little bit of each, you know, how each song was made and how it came about. But I just been working on myself and just creating.
Right. You know, when I was going to share is because when I had said this is my 6th Instagram page, because there's a lot of people that showed up on my page. Yeah, hell yeah, Oceanside. Yeah. You seem to have a lot of love from Oceanside, bro, your neighborhood, your city.
Yeah, I think it all comes back to like the work ethic. To be honest with you, like if I didn't work as hard to get where I'm at right now, who knows if the city would support me if, you know, I didn't, you know, choose this career and get to where I needed to go with the help of the team, you know. Right. But they definitely support, and it's crazy that like I can connect with them and still make music that connects with people that aren't even from Oceanside. Right. It just speaks on how like hard work is just like so universal. Like a lot of people are gonna like connect with that. But the city though, for sure, they've always held me down. But it's been a long time, you know, a long time coming, and I owe them a lot.
Yeah, that's a good thing, you know, because even on my YouTube, there's on my page, on your YouTube as well, we have something called community. Yeah. Where you could post up flyers, you could post up anything you want. Yeah. I post up all my flyers for all my subscribers to see. On there was a lot of comments. Everything was like all positive. I never gotten anything negative. I think one guy, but this was before when you had did like that Sugar Free tribute.
Oh yeah. You know what? That Sugar Free tribute did. It just depends on how people take it. You know. I grew up in that old school, so like, you know, to be honest with you, whenever I hear a remake, I'd rather listen to the old school cut. You know, because I heard that first. So you know, it's something like revamp, paying tribute, but also like showing these new school, you know, new generation, you know, what the old school's about.
Right. Yeah, that was about the only thing. Oh yeah, he bid or he stole this style, whatever. But I'll be honest too, I didn't take it like that. Now, I probably would have said something if I felt like that wasn't up to par, but that you flipped it and it was up to par. That shit was nice.
Thank you.
That shit was really fucking nice.
Thank you.
So I really appreciated that, and I think it was that Rolling on 22 is still my favorite fucking jam.
Oh yeah, man, that one right there. I it's so hard to remake something like that. Like this new project I just put out, I felt like I was missing that element, that 22's type of song. You know, that one is, I can perform at like a family gathering or really anywhere. You know, that's a really good song right there.
Do you still perform that song?
Yes, I do. I just did a quince last weekend, and I did that song.
No shit.
The lineup was like all my heavy hitting songs, which like they didn't like until I got to 22's. You know, and that one just spoke to everybody. And it's just a real universal song.
That's dope, man. That's dope that you would do actually a quince.
Yeah, I did a quince. It was cool, you know.
What? Fuck it, if they pay you or if they hire you, you know what I'm saying? Might as well.
Yeah. I mean, you know, plus I like to have fun, you know, and the family was from the city. So, you know, we like to help out when we can.
I've known artists, and I won't say who they were, but I'm like, hey, man, this one guy, he's having a bar mitzvah. Mm-hmm. You know, bar mitzvah for the Jewish people, the son of the commandment. Okay. It's almost like, I don't want to say an equivalent, but he's recognizing that this is the word of God, and so I believe he's 12 years old, so he has a bar mitzvah. Right. This kid wanted a certain rapper, and so I asked my boy. I said he wants to hire you for his bar mitzvah. I ain't doing no motherfucking bar mitzvah, bro. And I go, well, okay, well they only want you for like 20 minutes. What's that motherfucker paying? $15K. Hook it up.
Hook it up.
That's what he said, man.
Oh man.
And he rocked that shit too.
Right.
You know, so
at the end of the day, parties like that, the family and the people that come are there to have a good time. So, you know, you're not really losing for sure.
Right, man. Well, now I know you've done shows. You did one in Vegas, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I did the Lowrider Super Show.
Okay, how was that?
That was amazing. I got to be backstage with Warren G, Sugar Free, Kid Frost.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of like handful of talented artists in the building, but it was a cool experience because like I wasn't sure how it was gonna, like the people were gonna react to me because I never done a show in Vegas.
Right.
So, but it was a good turnout. You know, a lot of people like were having a good time, you know.
That's good, man.
But that was my first lowrider event that I ever done.
And the response was good. People were coming up to you.
It was great.
One thing that I will say is try to connect with your audience. And when you find out who your audience is, just feed them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they want something from you. I'll give you an example of what I mean. I got a buddy that he's Chicano dude, and he can rap his ass off. I mean, he doesn't lack talent. Yeah. He uses the N-word a lot, okay? And amongst Raza, a lot of Raza doesn't like other Raza members to use the N-word, okay? So he uses that a lot. So he has disconnected himself from the Chicano, if you will, audience, okay? Right. He wants to appeal to a lot of black artists. Black artists don't accept them. You know, yeah, you can rap, but you're not one of us. So he is stuck somewhere in the middle now. So he doesn't know who his audience is. And we had a talk the other day. And I said, well, who is your audience? I go, because you got a lot of dope songs. You can rap your ass off. But over here, you disconnected from Raza, who pretty much are hip-hop's economy here in California. When it comes to merch, when it comes to music, when it comes to shows, that's who all shows up. Okay? And you already disconnected yourself because you wanted to attract yourself to this group over here. But they're not accepting you. Right. So where is your audience? And he just said, I don't know. That I don't know. And I think a lot of artists can fall into that. I don't know who my audience is. I know females that tell me, everybody tells me I'm dope, but nobody buys my shit. And they're honest with me. And I said, who is your audience? And you know what? They don't know. So you have to identify who your audience is and then go after them and feed them. Right.
But I mean, as you know, that's easier said than done, especially when you're an up and coming artist. When that comes to play, I always consider that, maybe there's nobody in their corner telling them that. But he's probably just trying to figure things out for sure.
Right. You know what? And I wish him the best, and I love the dude, but it's just that he's told me, I don't really want that Chicano audience. I want to be in the mainstream with these guys, but it's not working for you, bro. And you've been doing this for over 10 years, so you got to find your audience. When I directed my first documentary, I had a very well-known director tell me, find out who your audience is and cater to them. Yeah. Okay, and I did.
Remember I was telling you, I've been working with my team for probably almost a decade. Right. I would probably say just like a year ago, I started figuring out who my artists or like who the people are that like this funk artist that I am now. But man, it's hard to really like depict, like try to like figure out, who your fan base is.
Look, I'm going to tell you how I see you, and I'm just going to be 100 with you. Okay. Here on Roadium Radio, I always tell the people, we never dick ride the guest, the artist. We don't. We just speak the truth here. I truly believe you're one of those rare guys that can have a black audience and a Chicano audience. And I'm gonna be real with you. I don't see that with a lot of artists that I interviewed here. Many of them just say, I just want to do it for my Raza. But there's a ceiling to that. You're only gonna go so high. When you decide to, this is for everyone, and feed it to them. And if they bite on it, continue to feed it to them. Because you just have that style, bro. I think you have that style. Look you have black people that love funk, and you have diehard Chicanos that love funk. And I believe that you have it where you can cater to both, and they'll both like it.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like it all ties back to being from Oceanside. Yeah, it's very diverse. Yes, and so I don't really have to think about the Chicanos and the blacks. I kind of have to like consider everybody, all the races that are there. And that's good. And it's very, very diverse. So for the most part, I that's kind of something that like I'm thankful for, is that I get to make music that's diverse because I'm from a very diverse city.
And that's a good thing, honestly. And I think not too many people have gotten to live in a area where it's diverse like that. Because when I first did my first like high C record, I was thinking hood. I didn't know that I was ever going to get signed. So I was sampling oldies, and we got signed, and then automatically we had the Raza crowd because of our oldie sound. Right. And if I would have known, like to shoot for a wider audience, then maybe I would have changed it up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Wilmington at that time, when I was creating these songs, was predominantly Raza. There were blacks, there were Filipinos and everything, but it was predominantly Raza. So in my mind, I'm like, well, you know what? This is for the homies, and we're selling it at the swamp meets, and they're gonna love it. See, but I was thinking on a smaller scale. Right. See, I want you to think on a bigger scale that it's for everyone. Right. You know, and whoever loves it, whoever bites on it, and I identify with them and I see that they love it, I'm gonna cater to them. Yeah. So that's a good thing, man. I know some people don't like to talk about this, but it's very fucking true. You have to know who your audience is.
Yeah, no, that's very, very crucial for an artist.
And one thing I see in your videos, the people that are in it are very diverse, like different nationalities in your videos.
Yeah, like I said, they're all from Oceanside. You know, all my videos are shot in Oceanside. You know, since the beginning, like all my videos have been shot by the team at Strange,
right?
And have been shot in Oceanside. So, yeah, I like to paint the best picture I can for my city.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. And so you still stay there?
Yeah, I still stay in Oceanside. You know, like the drive here. You know, it wasn't bad. I'm in the center where I can drive to LA or drive to San Diego if I need to, and it's not too far away.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. When you're not listening to your music, who does Dezzy Hollow listen to?
Oldies, or if not oldies, like I was gonna say, I listen to like a lot of like 90s R&B.
Okay.
I like listening to like more melodic music, I guess you could say, mainly because it's like I don't like to hear all that like yell loud like rap all the time, you know. I do it enough, so it's like I like to soothe myself, and sometimes like just go on a cleaning rant at the house and put on either some oldies or some 90s R&B and just vibe.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Like, did you watch the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you think about that performance?
I thought the performance was amazing.
I thought so too.
I thought that it's just so crazy that like Snoop Dogg can just represent that hard in the world is just rocking with him, you know? Like he's representing so hard for like his section, and just the world is rocking with it. You know, I want to do that. I want to be on that stage, you know?
Absolutely. You know what? You gotta dream big.
Yeah.
You have to dream big. Most people, sad to say, that I've met, and I'm just being truthful with you, here's what they dream: car shows and swamp meets. That's where my music's gonna be sold at. And I'm like, nah, dude, if you want this, you gotta aim fucking high. You gotta really believe in yourself. You know, I see you believing in yourself. I see the grind that you're doing, and I see the artists that you're reaching out to. You're on your way there, bro. And I believe, like I said, you're one of those rare ones that can appeal to the masses. You know, keep releasing good music, and believe me, and money will come knocking, bro. You just take care of your end. You know what I'm saying? Release good music, release good lyrics, you know? And you know what? People always ask them what nationality he is. You said it the last time you were here, you know? But maybe they didn't see episode 114.
Oh, you guys have to check out episode 114.
For that answer.
Make sure y'all check that out.
Yes, because people, what is he? He's a man.
He's a man.
So, anyways, man. Okay, but the reason why I bring up the Dr. Dre, because I think he's almost like 60. I think he's like 58. Okay, and I bring that up because here I am listening to Snoop Dogg, listening to Dre. Snoop Dogg did songs, and Dre did songs. Eminem, 50, and a lot of that was 90s rap,
right.
Early 2000, maybe 2001. Okay, and here's a 58-year-old man still rocking 25, 26-year-old songs, and became relevant again.
Yeah.
Okay. To me, my point is this, that when you release good music, you can still perform those songs 20, 25 years from now. Right,
it's timeless. It's timeless, and that type of like nostalgic sound of that era is kind of like revamped in this new project I put out. And it's crazy because like when I'm writing it, I'm just like, damn, I have to write something that's gonna be timeless, something that Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, you know, something that would be from the Chronic 2001. You don't skip any song on that album.
No, you don't.
So it's like, how do I make something like that? You just study it. You listen to it.
Right.
I've listened to the Chronic 2001 beginning to end so many times, man. And I did a lot of studying for this album. So I really wanted to connect with people that were, you know, in need of that funk. And I think I did my hardest I could to recreate and retwist to a new age type of sound of funk.
Okay. You know, on that 2001, that Chronic album, do you have a favorite song on there?
Like I said, man, every song is my favorite song on that album.
Just give me one, man. Come on.
Just off the bat, The Watcher, like that shit, everywhere that I go.
Yeah, man.
That shit is crazy. That beat, the production, the even the writing is just amazing on that project.
Do you ever bust off any of those instrumentals when you do shows?
That's the thing with like I have a hard time rapping over like songs that I've listened to for so many times. Because then I'm like, damn, I want to rap his lyrics. This shit's hard.
Oh,
you know?
okay. I see what you're saying.
Nah, the instrumentals on that project are just super, super dope. But I've never like really took one, and I used to do that back in the day, you know. But now it's kind of like, I can't say prideful, but I also want to like retwist it and make my own, you know.
I see what you're saying. Okay, that's good. Because I remember when I used to DJ for other rappers, I would be like, look, bro, let's just say we're doing that Rolling on 22 song, okay?
Yeah.
And I tell you, look, we're going to do the first verse. Here comes the chorus, okay? The first 4 bars of the second verse, we're going to go into like boom, boom, ksh, boom, ksh, boom, ksh, boom, just for 4 bars, and you're rapping, and then we come back in with Rolling on 22's beat. What I'm saying, we just insert little pieces.
No, see, that right there is actually something you'll probably see in my next show.
Okay.
That's a really good idea. I like that idea, Tony. I like that idea. I'm literally about to take that idea.
Yeah, but that's how you do it, bro. You just give people, you give them a ride. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you just fucking take them there.
It's something that's familiar to them, so they're already going to be like, oh, damn, okay, this is dope.
Exactly.
Now I feel you on that for sure.
The energy that you give them, they're going to get back to you, and that's what creates like, that motherfucker gave me the goosebumps.
Right.
You know? So, but anyways, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to come right back, and we're going to go through all the songs on the album.
Yes, sir.
And where can people buy? Where can people see you next? What can they expect from you in 2022? And all that good shit.
Make sure y'all are here when we get back. I'm going to break down the album, and I'm going to talk about the features and the producers and the engineers that had a hand in this album. But you can hear One Nation Under the Funk on all platforms, YouTube, Spotify.
Well, let them know. Don't worry about it.
Everything.
Well, let them know. Okay, everybody. Once again, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, and let them know that Dezzy Hollow is in the motherfucking building, not to be confused with Sleepy Hollow. So we'll be back 10 minutes, y'all.
Fucking
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 251. And I'm sitting here with none other than Dezzy Hollow. How you doing, my brother?
In the building, man. I'm doing great, and
hell yeah,
it's been a good day.
Yes, it's a good day. So you know what? I'm gonna pour you a shot.
Yeah.
And
even better day.
Yes, exactly. My last guest, he drank 2 shots, and on his 3rd shot, he actually spit it back in the shot glass.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not gonna do that. All right, don't worry.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay. So, well, a toast to the boogie. Here we go. A toast to your new album, my bro. Much love, much success for you and Tarah. New.
Cheers, cheers.
Okay. We're going to talk about the album. Once again, give them the name of your album before we start track 1, track 2, track 3.
All right, so the album, 15-track album, One Nation Under the Funk.
One Nation Under the Funk.
One Nation Under the Funk. And it just released and it's on all platforms, like we were just saying.
Yes.
And we're gonna we're getting ready to break down the track list and the features and so on. Yeah.
Track number 1, Roll Through.
Right.
Okay. What's that about? Is that just an introduction? Is that just a full song? Fill us in why the name Roll Through.
So we start the album off with a song called Roll Through, and I felt like it was the most energetic and the most like attention-grabbing song to start the project off with. So I teamed up with a producer named A.DA. I went to go see him up in Hollywood. He's initially from the Bay, but he did a flip on CALI is Active, produced by Battle Cat, which was flipped from Lighter Shade of Brown, which was flipped by Radioactivity Rap.
Right.
You know, in good music, almost all music has been flipped from something. So I had my partner A.DA flip CALI is Active, and that's what we started the project with.
Okay, and so it's just pretty much just roll through. Like what are you rapping about? If just come through, chill.
It starts off with 6 deuce, 6 trays, 6 foes. 6 foes, baby, West Coast, fine hoes, ride slow, banged out, same style, funk, steel, 100 spoke, hydros, how you feel. So it's kind of like a lowrider, I guess, anthem.
That's dope,
and it's dope because I see a lot of like lowriders from all over really the world, like clubs posting that song.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, I'm not trying to say I foreseen it, but it was kind of like, all right, I want to make a song for all like the lowrider community because they really support the funk. They really
it's very
support
huge,
me.
bro.
So I wanted to make like a song dedicated for them, and we released Roll Through, and it's the beginning of the album.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I like that. You know, one thing that I want to once again share with new artists that are probably looking for, we're looking at this interview and looking at your interview for possibly pointers on how you do your things, how you set up your songs on your album, I believe is very, very important.
Oh, very important, you know? Very important. I think the way that a project should flow, it should be definitely like almost like a set of heels, because you can't have like the whole thing a downer or an upper. It has to kind of like have a little bit of both, you know?
Yes.
So that's kind of like what I try to do for the format of this project.
Okay. And number 2, which I'm glad to see this, No Percent featuring Sugar Free.
Yes. Sugar Free. I got him on this record called No Percent. I actually produced that song.
Dope.
I made the beat initially. I recorded to it. And then I hit up, shout out to Teddy, his manager. And I told him, yo, I have this song. What is the best way to get in contact with Sugar Free?
Right.
And I sent him the song. He sent it to Sugar Free. And then I get this phone call. And it's Teddy, his manager, and he's like, yo, Dezzy. I was like, yo, what's up? He's like, I got Free on the line. And it's him and Sugar Free. So me and Sugar Free on the phone, like, oh man, that song was so bad. I'm on it right now. I'm already working on it. Literally, like 6 hours later, he sends me the song.
Yeah.
And I'm bumping it. I'm just like, I'm so hyped that I have Sugar Free on the record. I've been wanting to work with him for so long, and a lot of my cadences were influenced by him, you know. So, you know, I studied his music, and to have him on the project to a beat that I produced was...
Yeah. You know, I'm going to give you my opinion about Sugar Free. I know Sugar Free. Much love, much respect to Sugar Free. But if he's listening, or if anybody wants to forward this to him, I'm gonna give my opinion about Sugar Free. Sugar Free is fucking amazing. Okay, yeah. He's a very rare one. Okay, the way he busts, his lyrics, his flow, and everything. Sugar Free, in my opinion, should have been 10 times as bigger than what he is right now.
Yeah, but as you know, like good music, like especially when it's like good music, it reaches the masses, but sometimes like it doesn't get the respect it should.
I understand that, but you said but with me there are no buts. He should be bigger than what he is right now.
I'm not disagreeing. Sugar Free is amazing, bro, and not only that, but like talking to him, like it's almost like talking to like a friend that you knew for years. When we were on the phone, it was almost like I knew him for a long time.
And there are people like that you can connect with like that real quick, and those are good relationships to keep. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So no percent. Is there going to be a video of that possibly or no?
Oh man, I'm working on it. I'm the phone is off the hook. I'm bringing off the hook for Teddy to get the Sugar Free ready so we can shoot it.
Dope. Okay, track number 3, Ballerina.
Ballerina. I linked up for Ballerina. I linked up with a producer called Darren Vegas.
Of course, yeah.
I found out about him through you. You had him on the show.
Yes, twice.
And my manager's like, he sends me a clip of one of his beats, and I'm just like, yo, this guy is crazy.
Yes.
This guy is crazy. He's almost like Dominator, Yeah. Like another person where I'm like, I need to be in the studio with him. I need to be in his creative space. I need to see what he's doing that's going to benefit me or make me that much, So I went over there. I think it was like Huntington Beach, but I went over there and we created that song, Ballerina.
Dope, man. You know what? I like to give people their flowers while they're still alive. A lot of people like to, I'll go visit you when you die and take you some flowers. Nah, man, I like to give people their flowers right now. Yeah. One thing about Darren Vegas, he's one of these guys that, he's like one of these gems that a lot of people don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
He was producing for Death Row for some time.
Exactly.
And he got to kind of give me a little bit of game about that and how it was, the times when he was producing in the same building as, like legendary Tupac and Snoop, Suge. And it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. He has a lot of history too that he's told to me.
Absolutely, man. Great guy. Track number 4, Hot Stepper.
Hot Stepper. So that one, I track 4, Hot Stepper, I had a producer from France. He came out and he visited me during my shoot with Dub C for the Bounce song. They came and we created that song. It's more of an up-tempo, like super, super heavy funk synth in there. But Hot Stepper produced by Mofac. His name is Mofac and he's out of France.
Now, why the name Hot Stepper? I'm asking.
The song is actually kind of like a party, like up-tempo dance song, and I just wanted to name it Hot Stepper because every time I go to a party, I gotta hit a 2-step or something. So that's what the song is actually about.
Dope. I like that. Okay, track number 5, Another Day.
Another Day. The full title of the song is Another Day at Work. For that one, it was my first time working with this producer out of my own city, Oceanside. His name's Kays. We linked up, and it was crazy because you never know like how good a song is gonna do or how a song's gonna come out. Yes. But we spent the most minimal time on the beat for that record, and it did really good. And sometimes like that minimal sound is what people want, We just stuck with that bounce rock skate beat, the bass line up boom 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 boom.
You did a video to that, if I'm correct.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is, like, we just laid that bass line and we just kept it simple, and a lot of people like that song.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Okay, now track number 6, La Da Da.
La Da Da. That one is super, super heavy. Like, if you guys haven't checked out the project, La Da Da is one that you have to check out if you are heavy into the G-Funk.
Okay.
The project kind of like goes from like funk to like G-Funk and in between, and that one is a heavy like Snoop Dogg influence song.
Okay.
And that one is produced by Chabi, and he's out of the Middle East. He's produced like almost half of the album. His sound is just like the way he studied funk is amazing.
You know, isn't it crazy, man, that people from around the world like love that funk sound?
Yeah.
You know, so that just goes to show you how far this record can go. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people from fucking Europe. You know, you got people from the Middle East you just mentioned that love funk. People out here love funk. That's how far your music can go.
Yeah, and it's a lot of like I said, like finding like that fan base, and you know, I think the funk fan base is really something that I can like please forever, because it's just in me, you know.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Track number 7, Can't Be No Punk.
Can't Be No Punk, also produced by Chabi. That one is really just talking about like out of the project, like the whole beginning is very playful, very fun. You get to Can't Be No Punk and it kind of gets a little bit more serious, and I just kind of talk about like the current situation I'm in, and kind of like the things that obstacles that I'm faced with. Okay,
and you Can't Be No Punk.
Right,
dope. Okay, 8, Bounce featuring Dub C.
Bounce featuring Dub C, yes. Man, you know what? Like, if you try to get a hold of somebody like bad enough, they're gonna respond. But I had hit up Dub C, you know, and hit up his manager. Man, I really tried to get a hold of him. So when he finally responded, I remember it was through DM on my Instagram, and he was like, "Yo, let me have your number." I gave him my number, and then what do you know? Like, his obviously an LA number popped up, but I answer and it's his voice. You know, he didn't even need to say who it was. You know, he has that very, very, very distinct voice.
Right.
But he just was like, "Yo, what's up, man? Like, I checked out some of your work, and you know, I'm rocking with it. I like, you know, kind of like pretty much what you stand for." So I sent him he told me, send me a song that you feel would fit me, but just make sure it's the one. That's all he told me. And I was like, all right. Got off the phone, got on my email, sent him the song. He calls me back and he's like, "Yo, this song is gonna be something." He's like, "We definitely got to get the video in for this, and we gotta make this song something special." So we did that song, Bounce.
Dope, man. I like that. You know what? You were very persistent, and it paid off.
Yeah. No, I think not just the persistence, but also like the work ethic of, he didn't hit me up, so I'm just gonna keep working, because I had hit him up like probably like 2 months or a month prior, and I had still been releasing and posting, right, and working, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not like I depended on him to respond.
Right. Okay. But you were persistent in getting in contact with him.
Right.
All good, my brother. You know what? Like I said, I love your work ethic, man. Track number 9, Backstroke.
That one was produced by Dominator.
Oh, shit.
And the first time I went up to go visit him, he made that beat, and bro, I was blown away. Shit. Like, he was like playing the instruments, and then he had the chimes, and I was just like, yo, like that's just so fucking dope.
Hey, give me your shot glass, man.
Oh, okay.
Okay, look. Let me tell you something about Dominator.
Please.
Oh my God, that's my boy right there. I love that dude. Okay. That's why when you came here the first time, I'm like, bro, you got to meet this guy, okay? Dominator, if you're watching, you already know, because I already told you. I walked into his place and I looked at his equipment, and I was like, what the fuck? This is like a library and shit. Everything in here is old.
Right.
Honestly.
Records.
Yeah, exactly. Mixer, turntables, you know. So what happened was, I was like, okay, I get it. I understand. It's all like some old school old school analog shit. I get it.
Yeah.
And I respect that. But I was like, this motherfucker really makes like that sound out of this room.
That's what I was saying.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. I was so blown away at like how it looked old school, but the sound was like,
yes.
If you guys haven't checked out Backstroke, make sure you check it out. Shout out to Dominator. Like, his sound is just, man, like he's definitely the definition of like, you can create something like crazy out of like just what you have in front of you.
See, now here's another guy, in my opinion, that I just feel should have been bigger than what he is right now, you know. And I had him here on a show called Dining with the Wizard, where we just eat and drink and we talk shit.
Yeah.
And I told him like this, bro, if I ever get like a big budget to put together an album, you're signing to me. I told him that. You're signing to me, and I'm going to take care of you, you know? And he was like, all right, Tone. I'm like, don't all right, Tone me. We're going to make this motherfucker work, you know what I'm saying? But you would definitely be one of the artists that I would be looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no, I'm dead serious. But I will say this. I need to oversee the album, though. So that's just me, because I'm a very hard person to work with, because I love perfection.
Right,
so,
right. As it should be.
Absolutely, bro. Okay, track number 10. Okay, why Backstroke? Why the name?
So we had like a small, like, kind of not like we replayed a sample by Backstroke, by the Fatback.
Fatback, yeah.
We replayed a sample. He played it, and it was a part of that song. And then we also mixed it with a fuse of like the DJ Quick, and we just created Backstroke. And I kind of went around that idea of Backstroke and the idea of the Fatback version, and I flipped it.
Dope. Track number 10, Still Ballin'.
Still Ballin'. That one's just an interlude, produced by the producer Chabi. But that one's just an interlude with this radio host named Billy Blast. He's from San Diego, down south. But he was around at a time where like he was very popular around his time. So I brought that's something that I failed to mention. I have a lot of like skits from like DJs that are like very, very like to me important.
Right.
Let's see. We have Billy Blast, Javier the X-Men, Slow Jammin' James is on there. Who else do we have? Radio Raymond T. I have a handful of DJs that I put as skits on the album to make it seem like it's like a radio type of vibe.
Dope, man. So track number 11, Creep It, featuring KP.
Right. KP, very talented young lady out of San Diego. We created a song called Creep It, which is kind of like a flip to the TLC Creep It, I guess you would say. But I kind of flipped it and put a little bit of singing and switched my flow up on this one. Yeah, that one's produced by Chabi, that producer I had mentioned from the Middle East.
Dope, man. Back and Forth, track number 12.
Also Chabi. That one is kind of like in the middle of like G-Funk and 90s R&B, that track. I kind of got the idea from the DPG Playhouse. I have a couple lines in there that are from the DPG song, but for the most part, I kind of flipped like Aaliyah / Cameo back and forth, and I did my own spinoff to it.
Okay, and you said you took a little spinoff off the Let's Play House.
Yeah,
you know that's my favorite Dog Pound song.
That song's amazing. That song is amazing because I've broken that song down and I've put it in like 5 songs. Like there's so many elements to that song that people don't realize. Like there's just so many good parts in that song. They have like so many singers like going on. If you really listen to it, set aside from Nate Dogg, they have background singers in that song that are just like, it's just crazy. The production.
Hell yeah. Shorty featuring Little Rob and Baby Bash.
Shorty. So when I made Shorty, which was also produced by Chabi, it kind of gave me that Shorty doo-wop type of feel by Baby Bash. So when I did the song, me and Little Rob were close. So I sent the song. Initially, Little Rob came into Oceanside to visit, and I got him on that song. And then I told him, yo, like it would be dope to get Baby Bash on this because it has that type of like feel. So he sent it to Baby Bash, and then Baby Bash laid his verse, and then here it is, you know, Shorty.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Now that's not the one you did a video for, because you did a video for with Little Rob in it.
Right. I did a video with Little Rob probably like 5 months ago called "I Got Love."
But it's not on this album then.
No, I didn't make the album. Okay. I wanted to like put like some brand new stuff that I had been working on, and that one I felt like was more of Little Rob's style.
Okay.
And it also had Baby Bash on there, so it was like, oh, okay, something brand new for the album.
Hell yeah. Track number 14, Payout, featuring Ryan Anthony.
Yeah, so Ryan Anthony is one of my really good friends. He's out of San Diego. Shout out to Ryan. He hopped on and did it. He's not on any verses, but he's doing like the skits on the song. My album has a lot of skits. So that song is just me and him. I do a verse, and then he's just doing skits. But yeah, that one's like an interlude.
Dope. You know what? And that's one thing that a lot of 80s and 90s albums had skits.
Yep.
Like in between songs.
Snoop Dogg was the king of skits. Like the king of skits. Like you listen to any Snoop Dogg album, you're going to hear at least 4 or 5 skits. That's at the minimum.
Right. That's dope, bro. That's dope. I almost said something, but I'm going to save it. Anyways, because I'm acting silly. I don't...
Wait, no, speak what's on your mind.
No, it's been on my mind, but like for an example, you talked about skits, right? Okay, let me give you one before you take that. Name something you put in your mouth but don't swallow.
Oh, come on, man.
See, you told me. You told me. And I was trying to avoid that.
Let's just take the shot. Let's just take the shot.
By the way, it was these nuts.
Tony's feeling naughty today. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
See, he told me, or just speak what's on your mind. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Okay. Wait a minute. I'm on to quote one of your songs. What is it? Can't Be No Punk. So I got to speak what's on my mind.
Right.
Okay, Payoff featuring Ryan Anthony. Oh, yeah, your boy. You already touched on that one. Track number 15, Player's Ballad.
The final track. The final track is produced by Dominator. It was actually probably my favorite song on the album.
Okay, but that was my next question, by the way.
But it got pushed to the very end because people don't appreciate like songs that are super, super in depth. You know, they want to hear something that scratches the surface.
Yeah.
That's why I started the album off, and that's why it's important to know how to structure an album. You know, you rarely, unless you're Drake, you rarely hear an album start off that's like super emotional. You know, usually it's like off the bat it's something that's
he starts off as shit emotional.
Oh yeah, no, but what I'm saying is that I had to push this song, which was initially at the very beginning.
Right.
It was the very first song, and it finally got it through my head that this is not going to be the first song. After like working on the album, but I pushed it to the very end because it was very special to me, that song.
Okay.
And it was my favorite song, but like I said, like it was just too in depth, and the tempo also was a little slow.
It was probably like a little too serious, too real to put for something
right.
Early,
and I kind of felt like, you know, knowing like my listeners that they kind of wanted something a little bit more turned up at the beginning.
Right.
So that's how I started it off, and you know, I figured if people like me enough, they'll listen more in depth to the album, and they'll find that song.
Okay, I like that, man. I like that. So Dominator had 2 songs on here. Now, one thing that I like about this album so far, I haven't heard it, just the ones you released on singles. Okay. Right. One thing that I really admire is that you put a lot of songs on there, like 15 tracks on here. Okay.
Which isn't usual, but go ahead.
Right, because you know what everybody's doing today? I'm dropping an EP. Everybody's dropping a fucking EP. Yeah. You know, I'm dropping a single. Yeah. You're gonna single your ass out of this fucking industry. You know, like have a game plan.
I think that though also people are getting caught up with like just like not really putting the work into the project to make it sound how it should. Like, right. So they just call it an EP. Because I spent a lot of time on this, not just like recording. Like I had the recordings done like a long time ago. It was like really like figuring out like what can I add? Should I add more like skits or people to come in to add skits for texture? Should I erase this part of my verse and flip it and change the cadence? You know, it was a lot of that.
Right.
But I had the project done like months before. And I was still adding songs. I think that's kind of like what held me back. And one of the last songs I added, which was the very first song, Roll Through, because I felt like my project needed a better introduction.
The introduction is to me, is big. And that's how you strategize an album.
Yeah, people get hooked off the first song, they're going to listen to it, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, it's very important to have the right structure.
Back in the days, we used to grab a CD, put it in the car, you know. Put the motherfucker in, okay? Then, like, my thing, if it doesn't grab me in the first 15 seconds, skip.
Yep.
Skip.
Right.
By the 5th song, if not one, I'll take that motherfucker and fling that motherfucker out the window.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if I pay $20 for it. Like, that shit was trash. I did that a lot to a lot of fucking records. So, my thing is, you got to strategize. You got to get them at the very fucking beginning, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So, and I'm glad you took your time and you did that. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing, I haven't seen the artwork for the album. Do you have a artwork for the album? Because I know you say it's available, but is there an album cover for this yet?
Yeah, so pretty much the album cover is just like a photo of myself and kind of like in the middle of like a gathering or a function. And
okay, you know what? I think I might have got the email to me. I think that was the one that was emailed to me.
Right.
Okay.
I think it was, but yeah. Shout out to my, all my covers are done by Sexy Manteca, which is our designer.
Sexy Manteca?
Yes, that's right.
That's a sexy ass name, bro. Sexy Manteca.
Yeah, shout out to the man. He takes care of me with all my artwork, graphics, and everything like that.
Have you ever heard that shit? That's Sexy Manteca. Damn. Is he like a cute, chubby guy?
Yeah, he
okay,
is.
There you go. That explains it.
The name explains it, man.
Yeah,
hey, man, pull me up another one.
Hell yeah, exactly.
Come on.
I'm not trying to be a bad
I'm
influence.
with Tony, man. Let's have those loose.
Hell yeah. Yeah, but every time I try to have a loose conversation.
Let's have a loose barrel tonight, man. Just say what you want, man.
Yo, Tony, why you say that?
Come on, Tony. Talk your shit, Tony. Go ahead, man.
I'm here, my brother. Once again.
Cheers, man.
To your album. Once again, give him the name of the album again.
One Nation Under the Funk.
One Nation Under the Funk.
The funk is upon us.
You got to keep the P on it. Pushing P. So, hey, go give me the other one, por favor.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure you don't want a beer, bro? I got a lot of them.
Oh, no, I'm okay. Thank you. I don't really do the beers.
Right. Well, Tarah, you sure you don't want a beer?
Well, are we still live right now?
We're still live.
Oh, shit.
You said to talk your shit, so might as well.
We're live right now. We're having a great time with Tony A, the Wizard.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Now, as far as shows,
right.
What can people expect from you in 2022? When can people see you next? Do you have anything lined up as far as anything soon?
As far as shows, I actually have one. I want to say it's June 5th, but I don't want to be rude about it. I just have a lot going on. And I think it's June 5th, the Urban Con at the Los Angeles Convention Center.
Yeah.
And then I have a couple more things that are in the works, but I can't announce them yet because they haven't been locked in. But I'm ultimately working on really getting my streams up so I could do a tour, Like, I really want to do like a something, this year.
Now, let me ask you this, because I'm an old school head, and whenever you do car shows, okay, like super shows or whatever,
yeah,
are you gonna ever have like hard copies where people can buy?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Reason why I'm asking is because I think your music can really, if I were ever to get you booked, it'll be for something big. I'm not gonna do nothing small, bro. I'll be real with you, because I believe that your music should be on a bigger scale, okay? But do I contact you directly? Do I contact your team, or like for a show? Like, how do I do that? Or say a promoter's watching and he wants to book you.
Right.
How did you get a hold of you?
I mean, on all my social media, I have the email to contact, but pretty much it's my management, and they'll take care of you. They'll get back to you very fast, but they'll take care of you. For the most part, like, I go through them, so I don't really have too much say in it.
Okay, so like, if we're gonna have breakfast again, I have to email them again.
Come on, Tony. Hey, the shots is talking right now. The shots are talking.
You said talk your shit, so but anyway. But we got our breakfast again. That was fun, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
Just don't roll up that blunt while you're driving, bro. This guy was literally steering the driving wheel with his knees and rolling it up, and I'm like, bro, there's a fucking truck right there, homie.
There's a truck. Hey, man, that right there, I learned at a very young age, and I still do it till today. I gotta love the blunt roller skills, man.
We got to come up with a song called Knees and Steering Wheels.
Knees and Steering Wheels. That kind of sounds like a very sexual song, Tony.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be worth it. Yeah. Okay, now let me ask you this. If you had a wish list, and I gave you 3 artists for, let's just say, your next, you could do a song with each one of these guys on your next album. Who would they be?
I mean, off the bat, I'm just going to, off the bat, it would probably be Bruno Mars.
Okay, Bruno Mars would be one.
It's funny to say that, but maybe it's just because, like, I feel like we can create something dope.
Bro, I believe by you saying Bruno Mars, I could see that chemistry there, bro. I can see that.
I think a song with Bruno Mars would be dope.
Okay.
After Bruno Mars, I I would probably say Dr. Dre.
Hell yeah. Why not? You got to dream big.
Yeah, Dr. Dre. And then after that, let's see a legend. Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Have to put a legend in there somewhere, you know?
Okay. Now, here's another one. And I want you to think about this. 3 artists that are deceased, whether they're R&B or whether they're rappers or whether they're any genre of music. If you had a wish list to do 3 songs with 3 different songs with 3 different artists that are no longer living,
Yeah.
who would those be?
Aaliyah.
Okay.
Nipsey Hussle, of course.
Yeah.
And man, probably. I'm trying to think really, really, really deep right now. I guess the Notorious B.I.G.
Okay. So you'll take B.I.G. over Tupac?
I knew you were gonna say that, and that's why I said it.
Really, I was setting you up because we were thinking the same thing. We were thinking the same. I set you up.
The reason being is that, like, I love Tupac, but I just want somebody as lyrical and as thought out, like in terms of like the rhyme scheme as Biggie would be dope.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And that's dope because you know what? It'll bring a different element to your music. You know, to have somebody more from the East Coast than from the West Coast because that's expected.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Now, you know what I would do with you? The first person that, like, if I had to produce a record and I had to bring somebody back to sing on the chorus, be Bob Marley.
Oh wait, I literally was gonna say that.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, he's lying, everybody. He's lying.
This guy,
he's biting my style.
I texted him my answers before I came. I texted him he already knew I was gonna say that. Come on, man.
Okay, name my next one. Go ahead.
He's probably gonna say shit.
See?
I don't know, Tony.
Marvin Gaye.
Right, because he just was talking about Martin. Oh my God! No, I just watched a documentary about his whole life, and yeah, the documentary they put out about his life is dope.
Hey, bro,
like he went through some shit, and a lot of good artists go through a lot of shit.
And you know what? And I'm glad you brought that up because I need fans, I need people that watch Roadium Radio, people that support you, people that possibly are for the first time hearing about you. You know, that artists live a different lifestyle because many times they don't realize the shit that you guys go through, bro. Like seriously. Like for example, I was sharing with my Tarah before I interviewed you, how Prince had mentioned that if he knew that being famous was going to lead to living such a lonely life, he would have never have done it. Right. And it's true. A lot of times you need to get away from the meet and greets, from the shows, you know, from the limelight, and just gather yourself. You know, because a lot of times everything is just like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
It's fast life.
It's fast life, yeah. Right. So a lot of times fans need to understand when people come up to you, you could be fucking eating. Oh my God, that's Dezzy Hollow. Can I take a picture? And you're just trying to.
It's short-lived, for sure.
Yeah, you're just trying to eat your food. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. If I get barbecue sauce all over my lips, that's not lipstick. So, you know, I'm just letting you guys. So you need to, sure you don't want a beer, man, because you're over there coughing. By the way, that's not COVID because I had him take a COVID test before he came here.
That's the weed smoke, man. It's the weed smoke. My lungs is like, I just started like boxing and working out a little more. Yeah. So my lungs, they're really feeling it. Like it's a lot of getting all of that smoke out of my lungs.
That's good, man. So does that mean you're gonna stop smoking?
Eventually.
Okay, good. You know what? And I always encourage everybody to learn how to box or learn how to defend yourself.
Got me coughing like this, yeah.
Because you're gonna have a fucking crazy ass fucking kook, fucking fan as an. Oh my God, Dezzy, let me hug you.
Yeah, I initially just started doing boxing just for the cardio, but it kind of like comes in handy, I guess you could say, man. Because people out here is crazy. I'll tell you that. Crazy to the point where I don't know how much boxing will actually help if I think about it. People are crazy, man.
Hey, Norbert, give him a water, please.
Thank you, man. And I promise you, I'm sweating not because of the coughing, but it's those shots, man.
Don't lie. Those shots. He's nervous. So, we're good, bro. We're good. There you go.
Yeah, I'll give you this.
Hell yeah.
Maybe you can fill it up or something.
Hell yeah. let's keep it pushing. Let's push P.
So Tony, I think the last time that I was here, you were telling me about the next time you come, I'm gonna be scratching for you. I'm gonna be playing some records for you, something like that. So is that gonna happen tonight, or what's going on?
You gotta take me to breakfast again, and then we'll publish.
All right, to be continued, man. To be continued.
No, bro. You know what? I look. Let me tell you something. There's not too many people I do this for, and I want your team to listen, okay? Seriously. There's not too many people I do this for. There are certain people that I find unique and rare that I'm willing to say, dude, I want to do a track for you for free. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying that to you. Honestly.
You want to do a track for me?
Yes.
Let's get it, man.
Yeah, yes, bro. Yes. So I'm just saying there's I could count on one hand how many people, I've told that to and have fingers left over. I'm being serious. I really want to do a funk track for you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And I want it to be, I want some scratching on it. What's up?
No, we'll definitely do some scratching on it. But I will say this. The only thing that I would ask you for is pay my guy to do the video.
Oh, for sure.
Because my guy, you don't have to pay me, bro.
Yeah.
Just pay him. And believe me.
Where's he from? He's from out here?
Well, he's originally from Arizona, but I think he's moving out here now. But he'll drive from Arizona, bro.
Oh, shit.
So,
okay.
The guy is great. He's not just one of these guys.
Let's see what we come up with first. All right, Tony. Let's see what we
the guy is great. He's just not one of these fucking whack ass dudes with a Sony camera going back and forth and up and down. No.
It's a crazy time.
Yeah, the guy's a great dude. You got fucking dudes with fucking stabilizers with cell phones filming videos.
That's true.
You're not gonna get that. One thing with me, let me tell you something. I don't know the Dre of today, but I know the Dre of the 80s.
Yeah.
And he's always told me, if you're going to dream fucking big, okay? When you come to the studio with me, you better bring your A game. Always. And that's the mentality that I've always have, okay? So when somebody comes around and he's fucking high and fucking drunk and he's fucking knocked out while I'm working the beat, the fuck out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. I do it again, do the verse again, that's the way I work.
So I never asked you, how was it like rubbing shoulders with like all these artists that wanted to come and sell their tapes at Roadium?
I will say this, and a lot of people always ask me, how was it Easy-E coming to your house, Ice Cube coming to your house, Dre coming to your house, all these artists coming to your house. Keep in mind, they weren't the NWA that we know of today.
Yeah. They
were guys that was just, this is 1987, 1988. They took off in 88.
Yeah.
March of 88, NWA album came out. About a couple of months later, Eazy-E album came out. This is somewhat going towards the summer of 88. I knew those guys before their albums came out. So I can't say, oh yeah, it was amazing having Eazy-E. I just knew him as Eric. Mm-hmm. I didn't know who they were going to become. So I can only tell you the truth that those guys were very professional. At such a young age, they knew what they wanted. One thing I will tell you about Dre, if you watch the movie Straight Outta Compton, when Dre left his mom's house to go live with his cousin Jinx in South Central, that's when I met him. That was in 1987. I was there, and I used to go to that house when Dre lived there, when he first moved there. So when I used to go there, one thing I would say about Dre, he was always on the phone, and he was always making moves. He was just never drinking 40 ounces watching TV. He was always making moves. And that's one thing I admire about artists like yourself. You're always making moves, bro. And eventually, it's going to work. Just keep going, releasing good music. Release good music. Look, don't fucking chase money. Do not chase money. Release good music, and guess what? Money will come knocking. Hey, you know what, Dezzy? I heard of you. I like your shit. I want to sign you. Yeah? Right. Who are you? Well, I work for fucking Interscope.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what are you talking about? Well, I got $3 million on your record. It will happen, man. And I encourage artists watching, continue to release good music. Do not fucking chase money. You got it all wrong. Release good music, and they'll come knocking. So,
man, I just got stuck right there. But that was crazy though. Like that whole situation of you being at a spot where people want to come to sell their product.
Yes. Oh, what?
Like you're in the middle of the mix. Like you see everything. I'm not going to compare it because it's not nearly as close. But the inner swap meet where I'm from in Oceanside, we had a gentleman in there that ran a store that was CDs and tapes, and a lot of artists came there to put their project in his display case because he had all the latest part. Like I used to buy all like the underground stuff from him back when the CDs was a thing.
Right.
But a lot of these artists came, you know, to Oceanside to the swap meet to sell their product, and it's just crazy that like this is like a bigger, like a way bigger scale. But it's like just hearing like the experience.
Okay, let me name the artists that were on my mixtapes. Okay, and believe me, when I'm gonna say this to the fans that I didn't know who these people were gonna become.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were independent artists or people that were just trying to get their music out there. So people always say, "Oh, you always make this show about you. You're always trying to brag." Motherfucker, I didn't know who these people were.
Right.
Okay? I knew who Dr. Dre was because he belonged to a group called the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Yeah,
so to me, when I saw Dr. Dre, I didn't see Dr. Dre in 1987 as...
Dr. Dre.
I saw him as the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Yeah.
That's what I saw him as. Dr. Dre was on my mixtapes. Ice Cube was on my mixtapes. Eazy-E was on my mixtapes. JJ Fad, Tone Loc, Ice Cube, Young MC, High C, Second to None, DJ Quick. I know I'm missing a couple of other ones. Michelle A. All of these people were on my mixtapes. Okay. Now here's the thing. Every single one of those people. This is what makes me different, not better. And I want to state that. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm just different.
Right. Yeah.
And one thing I will say is that every single one of these artists had major record deals, and eventually went on to go gold and platinum. Every single one of them. So I was very careful on who I allowed on my mixtapes. Every single one of them, bro. I had a Tone Loc rapping on my. I want to rap on your mixtape, and he went fucking 25 million with fucking Wild Thing, Funky Cole Medina.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. You know, I just saw that. I remember when he rapped on my mixtapes, we went to his crib. It was 12 o'clock in the afternoon. He was wearing lows. He had a fucking 40 ounce and he was already fucking drunk.
But that's like that. Well, I'm just off topic, but his music is like a cross between rock and roll, right?
Yeah.
Rock and roll and hip hop.
Yeah, because it was Jamie's Crying by Van Halen. Dum, 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 dum.
That's like the era of like punk rock, because if you think of punk rock as literally rap over rock and roll.
It was 80s, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm trying to remember, God, forgive me for the producers for Delicious Vinyl, because sooner or later I'm gonna have one of the guys that used to work for Delicious Vinyl here, and he's gonna give me the whole Delicious Vinyl story. Delicious Vinyl was a record label. They had a Young MC, they had Tone Loc, they had a Mellow Man Ace, and they had all of these other rappers. Okay, and then eventually they went underground. The label no longer existed, and then they came up with Delicious Pizza. So now they have pizza parlors, and then every year they have like an annual block party. The last time I went there was right before COVID. Was KRS-One was there?
Okay.
Yeah, so they have big fucking artists, bro. Big artists there. So much love once again to Delicious Vinyl, Delicious Pizza. But yeah, man, a lot of those guys, bro, were on my mixtapes, and every single one of them had major record deals. Eventually went gold and platinum, bro. So when I looked at that, bro, I thought to myself, you know what? All that shit came out of the Roadium swap meet. So let me name my podcast Roadium Radio. And that was it. So everything that this guy, Steve Yano, sold there, you know, this is what I do here. If you're R&B, he sold R&B. If you're punk rock, he sold punk rock. If you're new wave, he sold new wave. If you're rap, he sold rap, et cetera, et cetera. So.
Right. It's to be honest with you, like this is almost the same as having like a record store, because at the end of the day, things are whether they don't want to be or intentionally or not intentionally, something's being sold, you know? And it's like almost the artists are showcasing and telling them about themselves and breaking down their albums, you know, on this, which is almost similar to like a record store. You know?
Right. My next question is, I wanted to ask you, how much are they paying you?
What?
Yeah, how much are they paying you?
Ooh.
To babysit that shot.
Hey, this guy, do not drink this guy right here, man. Do not drink this guy. Hey, cheers, man.
Cheers. Yeah, he's gonna walk. I can't go over there no more.
Damn. I was supposed to be preparing. I was supposed to be getting my drink, you know.
Right.
For this interview, but
I don't want you to wake up hungover and then text me tomorrow, Tone, you got me fucked up. Can you delete that interview?
Oh my God.
Now we're doing great. We're doing great. So, you know what? Now I want to ask you something because I think people can learn from this. Look, bro, you're not on no gangster shit. You're on some funk shit, and I love it. Does Dezzy Hollow get any hate? That was a yes.
The best way to explain that is probably like coming from Oceanside is very diverse. You know, kind of what we were talking about in the interview, and you know, I try my best to cater to all backgrounds, but there's always certain backgrounds that are like, you're not catering to us enough. Like, so who are you? You know, and I get that a lot. But for the most part, it's kind of like, I'm just doing my best at who I am, you know, and I can't cater to everybody specifically, but I could cater to all you guys.
Right. You know what? People are going to hate, bro, and that's just life. You got to keep going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But for me, it's kind of like, I deal with it well because it's like, it's nothing about my character. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, they're not hating on my character. They're hating on, oh, they don't like my music or whatever.
Right.
And that's fine with me, you know? But my character is something else because I feel like I'm very genuine, and that's like a different story. But when it's something about the music, it's whatever, man.
Yeah. That's cool, man. You know, I every once in a while, I'll get like hate, like maybe once a month. I'll be honest with you. For a while, it was like once a week. But every once in a while, I'll have time, and I'll go back and forth with these motherfuckers.
I know. I'll be on my phone like, which one is Tony A's number? It's like 7 numbers on the Tony A.
Yeah, exactly.
I called one the other day, and they're like, cleaning services. I was like, oh, this is definitely our Tony A. I was like, oh, shit.
No, I changed my number because I had one.
How many times?
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, because I have a fucking stalker that be like, and I'm like,
right.
You fucking whore.
It became a job, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I got to change my fucking number again. So now I know that trick is watching. But anyways, that's
my God. This man right here has had too much to drink tonight, man.
No, I haven't even got started.
A loose cannon, man.
I haven't even got started. My boys know. I haven't even got started. Anyway, just like the Black Eyed Peas, let's get this started.
Oh my God.
But anyways, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. Anyways, but no, I had to change my number. But every once in a while, like I'll say, yeah, I got time. Fuck it, let's go one-on-one. You know, but you know, every time I always say, oh fuck it, meet me somewhere. They just block me. You know.
Right.
But you know what? But the hate is fucking real, and it fucking sucks because it comes from our own fucking people. And instead of us supporting each other, many of us, I'm not gonna say the majority, but a small amount, like really, really fucking hate. I just don't get it. Like if I see a video and I think that shit is dope, I could be like, yo, that shit is fucking dope. That dude is rare. That dude is like, he's got it. Or I can say, fuck you, lame. That song fucking sucks. You're out of here, pal.
Right.
Fuck you. Report his page.
But the thing is, and I was just telling my homeboy about this shit. Like people, if they're talking about you through text, through message, through some online shit, and they see you and they don't say it to your face, it's like you brush it off because you know they're not mad enough to say it to your face. I had to tell my boy that because today I was with him and we was in this building and somebody was talking about him and he was the owner of the building, you know. But we were in his building and he's like all fired up, wants to beat the dude up. But I'm just like, yo, we're in his building. The only thing you could do at this point is leave. You know, like if he disrespect you, leave. Like you can't disrespect somebody in their own building.
Right,
you know?
right.
So, like I said, man, unless they're saying it to your face, it's something to brush off, bro.
Yeah, I know, big dog. Well, listen, man. I don't want to say goodbye, big dog, because I love fucking chilling with you, but I can't wait to have breakfast with you again.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have
so, yeah, or whenever I appear in Oceanside, I'm going to hit you up. Let's go get something to grub.
Oh, no, I'll pull up on you up here, man. Show me some more spots.
Hell yeah, most definitely, bro. I got a lot of spots out here. Anything I didn't ask you, man, anything you want to promote, anything you want to share, anybody you want to diss, go ahead.
Man, before the interview concludes, I definitely want to give a shout out to my engineer, J Rose, that engineered the project and made it sound how it is.
Yeah.
You know, and shout out to my team, Mad Strange, that's, you know, constantly putting in work Because yes, a lot of people say, damn, Dezzy's releasing a lot, but it's not really me, it's my team releasing that shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to my team, shout out to Oceanside, and shout out to the city of Wilmington.
Absolutely. You know what? And I'm gonna share this with you guys. Those you rappers or R&B singers or whatever you do, you know, continue to keep winning, but you cannot continue to keep winning without a team.
Right.
You need a team.
Right.
You know. So I want to give a shout out to my team right now. Alex Cervantes Enterprise.
Hell yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Norbert. You know, he looked out for us. He's been here, faithful. You know, Roadium Radio warrior.
Yeah, shout out to my guys for not taking those shots because they got to work right now, man.
Know what I mean? Yeah.
We about to take a shout out to this, man.
I'm having that tune right now. And then let me give a shout out to my son, Be Scanless. It's not Be Nice, it's Be Scanless. And I'm going to give a shout out to the Hip Hop Jedi. And I also want to give a special shout out to, once again, Magic Girl, because yesterday was her birthday. And she turned 27. So Roadium Radio and the team wants to wish you I almost said happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
No, I almost said Merry Christmas, but happy birthday.
And
Magic
Happy
Girl.
New Year as well.
Happy New Year.
Happy Halloween. as
Happy
well.
Halloween, yo.
No, but shout out to the homegirl though.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one person eventually I want you to do a track with.
Oh, for sure.
No,
For sure.
absolutely.
I mean, yeah, we were talking through text, but it's soon due.
Yeah, let's do that. Other than that, Dezzy, any last words?
No, just and thank you everybody that's supported the funk. If y'all really want to get down with the funk, One Nation Under the Funk is on all platforms. Make sure y'all check that out.
Absolutely.
Oceanside's in the building.
Carnal, this is not your last time here.
Of course.
So once again, everybody, support Dezzy Hollow. His Instagram is on the page. You can see it on the screen. If you don't see it on the screen, then it'll be on the description. Follow him, support him. The reason why I asked you to follow him is because he'll be posting up where he's going to be performing next. So once again, go support him, see him live. I'm sure he would love to take a picture with you. Other than that, we're good. We'll take a couple more shots, a couple more pictures, and we're out of here. See you guys Sunday. Once again, Dezzy Hollow, Oceanside, stand up. We love you guys. San Diego, stand up. We love you guys. Everybody out there, and we out. You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
You got it.